Hello, welcome back to the third episode of the Head to Head podcast. It's the third episode. I'm Zach. He is.
Hello, guys. I'm Simone.
Hello.
Hello, I'm
And
Sam.
Today we got two guests. One of them you just heard, Sam, and the other one, Ashton. Sam, introduce yourself.
Go away, Ashton. Hello, I'm Sam. Good to be here. Thank you for the invitation, guys.
Okay, so basically, I'm
That's
Ashton.
Yeah.
I'm the main star here. You know, coming up with these questions,
blonde one,
everything.
yep.
The blonde one.
The clown.
We got the Welsh and the
Like
English.
Pennywise.
We got the Welsh, who is Sam's Welsh, right?
Yep.
Woof,
sheep,
woof.
sheep, yeah.
Oh, we've never been a sheep, don't we? Like, but wait, before this, I'm gonna ask you guys like a normal question. Okay. Have you guys ever tried lamb heart?
Hearts?
Yeah, like a lamb's
No,
heart.
I've tried
Really?
lamb. It's delicious.
Bro, I
don't know
love
about
lamb,
heart.
but like ages ago, I had like my uncle, because my uncle is like a chef. Bro, he cooked like a lamb's heart. I ate, bro. I don't even know why, but that shit was low key bussing. Because it's no,
that stuff's
bro.
really
It
good for
sounds
you.
weird, but it's really good. Like, bro,
It's
like
good
even
for
like
you.
frog legs, I want to try them because apparently they taste like chicken. Keep in mind,
I've heard about that.
Yeah,
I've heard about that.
yeah,
Even
probably-
crocodile.
yeah, bro. I want to try shit. Like, you can eat any fucking
What about
animal. It's
kangaroo?
insane.
I'm Australian.
Bro,
and
I
it's
would
like,
try kangaroo. Bro, I would try because like
sounds good, honestly.
I want to try a lot of just stupid shit, unless it's like, I don't know, like
I would try a girl's pussy,
of course.
but like cooked, like medium rare.
Oh
Just like
shit,
piss
nah,
a bar
bro.
on it, you know.
What is this
Like,
turning
make
into?
sure it's all cooked well.
No, guys, on about pussy. You know what sounds fucking amazing?
What?
Because it's a thing you can actually buy. Pop rocks. You know, like the things when you like do it, like
You've never had those?
No. Pull it on her pussy and lick it off. Because there's things you can buy pop rocks for.
Those are so good. I haven't had any.
No. But it's a thing you can use it for sex, and you can like put them on the pussy. They're safe, and you can lick them. So it's like popping on your pussy and on their tongue. So the thing which is making them like
Wait,
pop.
Sam, where the fuck do you find these?
Bro,
Are
don't
they,
ask.
are they just for like doing shit with girl, or are they actually pop rocks?
No.
Just normal pop rocks, or
You
like,
can buy like pop rocks, which is safe for this thing. Don't ask me why I know this.
Why?
information.
So the regular ones aren't safe?
Well, no.
Well,
I mean,
obviously
they
not.
taste
Well,
like
I don't
stuff.
think so. Well, I don't
Come
fucking
on,
know.
what's wrong with them? They're just
No,
sugar.
but
No,
like,
but like if you're
okay.
putting it on the cooch.
But like, okay, but for example, if you were to pick coke on like a girl's pussy, you think that's good for her? It's because
Obviously
it's bad for the skin. It's bad to even.
So it might be
take.
the same
It
with
would
pop
be the
rocks. So
same.
you have to buy
Come
like
on,
safe
what
shit.
are they gonna change where it makes it good for it?
They won't have the flavor in. I don't think, or like
Bro,
like
if you
some-
put cocaine on the pussy before you fuck her, the baby's gonna come out like a fucking crackhead.
Nah, bro, just like pull it on the nipple, just a little quick
What
line.
the fuck is this? Her?
Everyone who started listening already is off. They're like, I
No,
cannot
they're
take
interested,
this.
they're interested.
all right, go,
Guys.
start your question. Start with something else because this is just
Okay.
a stupid fucking
yeah.
topic.
Okay. So
I guess-
thank you for viewing, listening, subscribing, smashing the like button.
like button.
Thank you very much, Ashton, for the comeback. You're listening to the #1 podcast again in Malta.
Of course.
Yeah. So we're joined here by a crackhead, from what I know, and
A crackhead. I'm
crackhead.
bro. I'm trapper. Biggest trapper of Malta.
Okay,
What's up
trapper.
here?
We got the biggest trapper in Malta. Yeah, I guess introduce yourselves. I guess Sam, you can start off first. Where are you from? How you been doing? How you doing? How's
Hi,
it
I'm
going?
Samuel Rogers. I'm originally from Wales.
What's your life? What's your story? Tell us more about you.
I also go on the streets by Speed Baby, aka SB for Dunks.
No one calls him that. What?
No one calls me
what
that,
is
but you know, I
that?
call
Speed
I
Baby,
call
yeah.
myself that. I call myself that.
Speed baby.
Speed
count
Baby,
everything you
Speed
should
Baby.
follow.
Why?
Because basically, it's not really a long story. When I was like in the womb, you know,
Yeah, I get it.
the mother did the speed, the drug.
Why are you talking?
My mum
Oh,
did speed, so
okay.
like I'm a speed baby. But
Okay,
I also
that's actually kind of a good.
I
name,
also went into
feel.
an incubator when I was born, like dead ass. I went into a fucking incubator, bro. So I'm like a chicken as well.
Am I
Science
retarded?
baby.
What's an incubator?
No, because like an incubator, like you know when like they put like baby chickens in to like make them grow. Like, yeah, no, I dead ass went into it.
Guys,
No wonder you had to get incubated to fucking grow.
Why?
Bro, because I don't fucking know, bro. Probably the
Stay the same
drugs.
size.
No, what do you mean an
I think
incubator?
I think because you were underdeveloped.
Probably.
No,
It was legit.
Why? What is it? Like,
It
how,
makes it
what is
Do you
it that
think
makes
I'd come out of the womb
No,
and I was
no,
like,
no.
oh yeah, slap me now?
Okay, basically what an incubator does, it throws hormones into the air.
For
So
chicken.
for kids, there's incubators for kids, which is what he went into. He didn't go in the fucking chicks one. But yeah, I mean, makes sense. Makes sense why everything else is so proportionate in this guy.
I mean, like either way, I got a conversation
yourself.
about this. Like, you can go in an incubator, like Or like maybe he did when it go in the.
But what? When you were a baby or when you were in the
Fucking
womb?
penguin, be
No,
quiet.
like when, he was a
When
baby.
you're in the
No,
womb,
thing is-
How the fuck am I going to him when I'm in the womb, boss? What, do you think my mum's
That's
just gonna
what I
halfway
mean.
in?
You said
No.
also I went in an incubator.
No, when I
I'm
was
like,
fucking out of the for JJ and I was breathing that good Zaza.
What?
Alright, so basically, okay, look, I'm Ashton. All right, go to school, marketing, businessman. Everyone
Yeah.
knows me, and that's really it. That's really it. You know, I was born in England.
He's also a penguin.
Yeah, I'm a penguin.
how are you a penguin?
Long story. Long
No,
story.
it's no, it's not.
Sam, I thought I was a
It's
penguin
like-
because of how I walk.
Wait, you're a penguin?
Didn't you say like I waddle to the side?
No,
or
Zach.
whatever?
When you yeah, because you just can't walk in a straight fucking line.
No, I can't.
Bro, I swear down, we'll be walking. I'll be walking dead straight, but I'll feel like bang, bang. But this
Yeah.
cunt's just fucking keep bumping.
I do it
into
when
me.
I meet when I'm getting to know people.
Yes, what?
You saw a penguin walking.
Yeah,
bro.
when I
Without
first
your vlog.
when I first started walking with my girlfriend, just be like, "Get the fuck away from me!" And I'm like, "They're like, I'm sorry, it's just
Bro,
a
we
thing."
but okay.
That went on
I
quite.
think we should start to a conversation. You know, this.
Alright.
We're
This is a
walking
pretty
right
I
now.
mean, this is a pretty fucked up conversation. but it is a conversation.
incubator.
Gonna incubate
Wait,
baby
maybe
up
I was. I was born like as a tiny. I was born 2 months early,
Yeah, but
so I
that's-
was a tiny baby.
But you see, that's the thing. It's not for like everyone. I mean, usually you don't have to. I'm pretty sure. But either way, like let's say for example, you were like 5 or 10 and stuff, and you were like a lot smaller. You can get like hormone pills that actually.
Oh
'cause
yeah,
you
yeah.
might
No,
not
they
have
did
it.
that stuff with me. They gave me something to
That's
grow.
why
I'm
some
pretty
people,
sure.
even I don't know if you know, like Lionel Messi.
Yes,
He's small. He's a
he's
small
no,
person.
he's got a
But
condition
that's the thing. Yes, and he used
Yeah.
to take hormone pills,
Yes.
so it actually
to grow.
grow
yeah.
a bit taller. But
Yeah,
obviously
yeah,
not
yeah.
by much. He's
Yeah,
still.
yeah, yeah. He's
still
still a
small,
small
you know what I
man.
mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna search up how tall he is. Wait, I'm curious.
He's like I think
like
he's like
5'6".
5'7", 5'6",
No,
maybe.
yeah, maybe.
You think so? 5'6"?
Maybe yeah.
He's something
He was,
around
but
that.
he was like literally when he was like 15, he looked like he was 10. Like he was really small.
No, he's young. He's young.
Small,
but I mean,
small.
like he looked like tiny.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Everyone used to pick on him and shit too.
Of course.
Yeah, but you know, I guess that's what makes it great. Yeah, you know.
Of course. You know,
Um,
I actually have a topic about this. You know, about role models. You see,
who's your role models? That's, that's a
Wait,
good
wait,
one.
wait.
'Cause-
For your information, Messi is 5'6".
5'6". Bro, I got it.
So you know how you have role models, right? And a lot of people might tell you to look up to role models. Okay, but the thing is, let's say for example, you look at like Kobe Bryant, hard
Right.
worker, and you know he is.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. You meet in real life, and most likely he'll be completely different. He'll be like a scumbag. Like it's one of the things that people tell you
No,
to
but
like,
that's
have a
the
role
thing.
model. But if you were to meet him in real life, they're not.
Oh,
what
yeah,
you
yeah,
think
yeah.
they are. It's just
No, no.
they're
The biggest
trained
thing I
in
found
a way.
out, the biggest problem I have personally with looking up to people and looking up to role models and whatever is, as a kid, I used to idolize everything about them. So if I liked someone, I'd like everything they do.
Yes.
So if I found someone's success in music admirable, right, or I found someone's art like really, I'd get into them so much where I'd be like, you know, basing like what I look up to about things that you don't need to look up to. So it's like certain things you gotta just. So someone could be great at basketball, like you said, like Kobe, right, or whatever, or fucking LeBron. Let's say he's amazing at basketball, and you look up to him because of that. That's admirable. His success, his status, his whatever. That's great. But when it comes to other things like how he treats people, you don't know.
See, that's
You
the thing,
can't
that's
know
the
that.
whole point. I mean, look, for example,
You're
look
right,
at
yeah.
Ronaldo.
Exactly, yeah.
Hard
Like the
work,
way,
but-
like personally, I saw like a documentary of him and his kid.
Yeah.
He picks up his kid from school, from a fucking supercar, takes him home and goes, which car is missing? And he goes, the Bugatti? No. The Ferrari? No. And he starts counting how much cars there are. He goes, there's 3 Ferraris, so it can't be Ferrari. There's 2 Bugattis. And he's like, the Rolls Royce? Yeah, that's the one that's missing. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I know, but like, I mean, the thing is, that's his lifestyle.
No,
Like, I
exactly.
mean, like, but you gotta understand, like, for him, right? Like, he's got money.
Yeah.
Okay, he's like
Ultra rich,
ultra rich,
ultra
and he's a hard
everything.
worker. And I
Yeah,
respect.
100%.
I like hard workers. I don't think it's everything. Like, not just football wise, everything.
Yeah, yeah.
People working hard beats people who are like naturally good at something. Like, even if you were good at basketball, and you barely trained, and I was training every day, but maybe talent is not as good, I'll always beat you.
I mean, it's the same thing between Kobe and Steph.
Yeah, because Steph is a good.
Steph is mostly talent. He's good at basketball, talently. Kobe just put in the work. I personally don't know. I didn't follow Kobe when he was young, but from what I've seen, I mean, obviously they're two different times and age and everything, but I don't know. I personally think it comes to an extent because talent does play into it. Because the person that has talent, I respect more the person that puts in the effort and becomes better.
Yeah.
But the person that has talent in the first place will kind of always be. The reason is he needs to put in less work to get the same point.
Yes, of course.
That's the thing, right? That's another thing with football that I'm like. I respect Ronaldo's work ethic, but I don't respect him as a person. Not as weird as that sounds. I don't know him. I'm saying from his character online and from what he shows in football matches and all of it, way different than what people say. Like I find him a really cocky guy. I'm not saying Leo Messi is not, but
all right, I get that, but also how can you not be?
But that's the thing.
Come
That's
on.
what I was gonna say.
He
If you
has
were
literally gotten like books, essays, fucking documentaries on him, news on him. He was the most followed person on Instagram.
That's the thing.
Probably any woman he wants, millions on millions, any car he wants, all the money in the world. People debating if he's the number one footballer in the world between him and one other guy.
Of course.
No one has ever said like Cristiano's third. No one has ever said
of
that.
course.
They always say he's either first or second to me. So how could you not be cocky and an egotist? Like
There
you
is-
can't. You
like, there's a
I believe
level.
you have to be.
There
I
is a
literally
level,
think you
though.
have to be to get to that top. Because if you think I'm gonna be number one, you have to be cocky.
Of course.
You can't not be.
But like there's like a certain level that like I mean like he's a hard worker. Now honestly like for him if like 'cause people disagree, maybe he's not at the first or second. It's whatever you prefer. But like once you like actually work that hard to reach that level, you have to have some level of like you know what I mean, if you guys were to work on something and you thought like you were one of the best, then and you put in your hard work, then by all means.
Yeah.
But the thing is like people like that, you might see it for a day, but you're gonna understand that them people like Ronaldo aren't actually good. Like he's literally like cheated on his wife.
Yeah.
You don't really see that
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
like Instagram or like not Instagram, sorry, social media
Yeah.
kind of takes that away from people's like
Media in general, yeah.
and even any social media.
Mm.
Like I mean, if you look at people like even Sneeko.
We're
Yes,
gonna
we're
bring
gonna
him
talk
up.
about this.
Zach's- bro, get him out.
wait,
Come
wait,
on,
wait,
he's
wait.
YouTube
Before-
jail.
before-
He's
Change your
gone.
opinion.
before
about
saying
something.
some, aren't they slaves?
Who?
Footballers.
Slaves.
It's
you
they
think
they
about it.
age
Then
of
let's be
slaves.
fair, but let's
They
be fair.
get paid.
Yeah, but let's be fair. Everyone is a slave to life.
But wait,
Everyone is a
no,
slave to money.
no,
Because
no.
without money, you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah, no,
live
no, no,
comfy.
no.
So
But they
basically-
get paid.
Well, yeah, no shit.
No. They get
Yeah,
they
what
they
the fuck?
pay they
get
buy
back.
them.
Well,
They
yeah, I
buy
understand
them.
that, but that's how it works, though. I mean, like,
But then that's because it's. But the thing is, they also have a choice in that. It's like a job. You go to a job, you choose for the money and for the job. So they're choosing their football.
Yeah, that's why it's not savory. It's because it's a choice.
Yeah, because it's a choice thing. They don't have to.
But
go with the
that's the
choice.
thing. I think everything is slavery in a way. Like just the way you enslave your mind by thinking like something is better than something because of the like when you buy Nike shorts,
Yeah.
right? Like you're enslaving yourself by saying that's better than shorts that you've never seen because it's not a
but
brand.
that's the thing. Now, I kind of disagree with that.
In what
Because
way?
like I might wear like Nike shorts, but it's not because I think that like it's better than every other short brand. It's just I might like it. Like it's
But
more
don't
of
you think
that-
part of it is just because like you're enslaved to it because like they've got you hooked to it
I guess so.
in a way.
I guess so, but
All right, just the way like
But you-
fast
you can
food
say
is
that
a
about, like-
big fucking example, or like Coca-Cola or whatever. Coca-Cola, what they do is they put high amounts of salt and then high amounts of sodium. So when you drink Coca-Cola, you get more thirsty. So they have the thing where it's salt where you get dehydrated and then you want more, and the sugar, which is obviously highly addictive. That's literally why, and it's I'm pretty sure Coca-Cola is the number one product in the world, something like
most
that.
probably yeah.
It's the
around that.
like literally that and like Nokia, iPhone, something like that. It's literally because it's addictive. Same thing with the phone.
Yeah, but isn't that like I mean realistically?
You're enslaved to it to a degree. I know you you have the freedom because
Yes.
it's your choice to buy the phone.
Yes.
But then there's the addictiveness, which is you're enslaving yourself. Like that's the thing where it's when is it your fault?
It's,
Okay, people are making these phones, but it's your fault for buying it, right?
Yeah, of course, but like realistically,
That's
You
kind
can
of that's the dilemma where he's saying like, okay, they're slaves to their job or whatever, but it's their choice that they pick that job. Most footballers, it's the dream to be a footballer.
Of course.
You know, that's exactly the point. Yeah. I think about that with money sometimes. Like people who want a lot of money, they don't realize that like once you get a lot of money, you in a way enslave yourself.
But that's the thing though. Like, okay, for example, that's why like, okay, maybe your definition of like the meaning of life, I personally think is different. Because it's like one of the things that no. Look, for example, if your meaning of life, if you wanted just hose, if that's what you truly wanted, that realistically is your meaning of your life. Because like if you wanted money, and if I wanted
everyone's
something
different,
else,
yeah. But don't you think certain things are like meaningless?
Of course.
And people just lie to them, like.
Yeah, but some people who say that they might want money, it's just them lying because they think money's everything. But like some people might generally think that money might actually achieve more. Like
It depends how you use
money
it.
does kind of achieve more though, doesn't it? Because say if you
100%.
if you have money, you can have everything you want. Obviously, people say money doesn't buy happiness, but personally, I disagree. Money can buy you things. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it can buy things which can give you happiness.
Yes.
Because
100%.
say if you don't have a house, you live on the streets, you're gonna be sad. You don't have anything. But with that money, you can buy the house. You can be.
But it's
you
also
can buy
dangerous.
the cars.
Of
course, it's
because most people aren't in that situation.
Yes.
Yeah, of
That's the
course.
thing. The most
a lot of
people,
people
that are
want that.
saying that have like the necessary things, and what they really want money for is to buy the nice clothes and to
Yes.
get the nice car and to make people think that they're. It's most people who are like it. That's why. Like me personally, the reason I care a lot about money is really just because of the freedom of it. Like it gives you. I don't want to think about money. I've reached that point where I have that kind of mindset, which isn't a good thing because I don't have that much money.
Yep.
But I think, like personally, the reason why I want money is like besides to like provide, to do things, to get stuff, whatever. I don't really give a shit about like once I get money, I'll buy nice clothes. I think it's good to spend money on nice clothes and things like that. That's important. But I think the biggest thing, at least for me, is like I just don't want to think about it.
I think it depends how you use
And but I also think that's most people can handle that. That's the point.
Yeah,
I
to
don't
get
want.
money.
I don't give a shit if I sound egotistical. I think I can handle that. I think I could have $1 million and I can handle that.
Yeah,
I think most people couldn't.
that's the thing. It
Because
depends
most
on
people,
who's
the
the
first thing they
person.
think of when they get $1 million, when they win the lottery, they fucking go out buy a new car.
Yes. But that's I feel like usually people. Like
I
that
wouldn't do that. Like that's the
already had
point.
certain things, so like they might be like, okay, I want money just to
yeah.
buy clothes, or I want money just to buy a car, a really nice car. But I think it just depends on.
You don't think
as a
about the other
person.
stuff, yeah.
I think it depends if you use
The richest people in the world, they don't do that with their money.
Of course.
And the ones that have are the very small percentage who have gotten lucky based on either working or doing, like the music artists that are really popular, the actors that are really popular, the richest people, they all have done something to get it.
Of course.
And the ones that like end up broke or whatever, it's usually because they didn't plan to get the money.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the guys at the top are the ones that know that they're gonna get the money, the ones that started businesses to get money, like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, whatever, and they know what to do with it. They reinvest it. They they make millions of more. You know.
But I think you can do both. I think you can invest it and have a normal lifestyle, because I don't, bro. Elon Musk doesn't have a life. Elon Musk does not nothing. He does nothing with his life when it comes to happiness.
But like, what happens if?
But
that was
here's
him
that's
making-
another point. Yeah, money. I truly believe money can buy happiness. I don't think that's important. I don't think that's as important as people think. Everyone thinks that the meaning of life, the most thing you could do is happiness. I believe it's fulfillment.
Okay, but
I believe that the like number one
Yeah,
thing
but-
is all right. Like the top things are like health, fulfillment, family, like those things.
Okay, but
I don't think happiness even cuts it at the top. I think happiness is just like a dopamine thing in your head. I think it's just you and your mood and your whatever. I'd rather be sad and fulfilled the rest of my life than happy and I
but if
haven't
you're
done
fulfilled,
shit.
you're happy.
yeah.
No, sometimes.
Yeah.
But no,
Then
but sometimes
if you're
no, but-
fulfilled and you're not happy, there's something wrong with your
yeah,
head.
no, 100%.
The same
No.
thing that is with Elon Musk. Elon Musk is satisfied with what he does because he's
I'm
making
okay with
rockets.
leaving this world being like I suffered a lot, but for a good cause. Like you suffer through sadness, through sacrifice, through whatever, but it's meaningful and it's more fulfilling. You can be happy and fulfilled, but never as much as the guy who has like the guys that are most like have done the most thing in life, right? It's all through you always think I could never do that. That's what every guy, like, you look at the guy, Elon Musk, right? Perfect example. You go, I could never work as much as him. I'm like that. I look at Elon Musk, I'm like, I respect him. I cannot work that much. There's no way I'd want to ever work that much, but he's doing it for a reason. He's legit trying to like put us on fucking Mars.
Okay, but like,
But the thing with that is
You think he's happy to do that? No,
Yes.
he'd prefer like 7
Yeah,
hours in the
that's-
day
that's
where
my
he'd
point,
prefer
that's
to
my
do shit.
point.
But but that's what I mean. His life is more fulfilling.
No, but then-
that's why he has
No,
the
no,
money
no,
he
no,
has.
no.
That's why he's at the top. That's why he's all these things.
I genuinely think he's happy, and that's why he has mental issues. That's the whole point
he
of
does,
Elon Musk.
and all of him doing the stuff, getting us to Mars and thing, that is the thing which makes him happy, because he's having
Absolutely.
that. He's
It's
having
not
that
on
thing
a
which he
regular
might do
basis. That's my point.
no, but like,
That's
okay,
my point. I think if you, a lot of people when they think about happiness, what is it really? I think it's just your mood, like you being like, "Yay!" That's not what's gonna get you at the top. That's not what's the best life. That's not at the end. Yeah, it's like a game, right? Michael Jordan. You think he was happy? Like he would have preferred to fucking just go home, chill out, not work as hard. But through that like sacrifice, through that like like Kobe, right? Through all this time, he could have spent time with his family. All the time he could have spent like having fun at parties or whatever. He was there doing basketball.
But
In a
because-
way, at the end, it made him happy because of the awards, because of the name, because of whatever. But in the moment, it didn't.
Okay.
What I'm talking about is sacrifice now for a bigger, better benefit later.
okay, but
No,
see
Kobe Bryant was having fun playing basketball.
yeah, that's
he
the
was
thing.
always happy.
That's
I
the thing.
disagree.
The thing with that is I don't want to die with 3 million euros in the bank, because if I die with 3 million euros in the bank, I wasted 3 million euros of work for nothing. I want to die with 0 in my bank, bro. I'm gonna get a
What about,
hooker.
like, for your
I
family and stuff?
I don't give a fuck. They work for themselves.
Yeah.
The same way I own my money, they're owning theirs. I can give shares to my companies. They can take my companies. I'm fine with that. But my money that is on my bank account, when I die, I want to have 0. I want to have a stripper dance on me if I have the last 1,000, and I want to tip her. And I
dance.
or I don't know, even my wife, bro. I'll pay her fucking 10K.
You pay your wife to dance,
Bro,
on your deathbed.
Girls these days, I'm telling you, girls these days. But I'm genuinely, I wanna promise this for
See,
the
I
rest of
agree
my
with
life.
that.
I don't want to die with money.
I agree with
don't.
that to a degree. Personally, I think like what I do with all my money is, if I had a son, I'd give none of it to him after he's like 18 or whatever.
No, but then what I would do, say if I had a lot of money and I had kids, I wouldn't leave the money to them, but I would like I wouldn't want to leave them with nothing.
I would
wanna-
invest on them,
Yeah,
not
yes.
not
Yes.
give
I
them.
would
Yes.
I would want to leave.
I'd
them
I'd leave my children like a house, a place
Yes,
or
yes.
whatever.
I would
something
like to
that.
leave them,
I'd
like,
never
a-
leave them
something to
like
stand on.
100. I'd
I
never
would
leave
never
them
leave
like a
them-
million to my
No,
kid.
no.
No fucking
I would
way.
leave them something to stand on, like a house. They
That's
have
facts,
something,
exactly.
Like maybe a little car.
In like
Enough-
Malta,
maybe-
it's really like
Yes.
if you don't leave things to your, it's like, it's normal here to be like, yeah, my dad left me my house, my dad left me this place. Like, it's really, it's so respected like here
But then there's also
that like
another
you buy a house and you leave it for your kids.
But then there's also another reason why a lot of people, well, it's my personal opinion anyway,
Mm-hmm.
obviously it happens around the world, but one of my opinions, that's why a lot of Maltese kids, I'm not going to say names, but I know a few people, they just don't work.
Yes,
Because they know once their parents are going to pass, they can have
Yep.
their house.
that's
they
my
can have the
point.
money there.
But that's
then
my
they,
point.
Because the thing is, they have that money, but then once
The
they,
money is the dangerous
but they
part,
won't
in my
know
opinion.
what to do with it because they won't have the expertise. But that's why with me, I want to leave my kids a house. I'd like to leave them a car. I would like to leave enough money
Exactly.
for their university, but they cannot touch
Yeah,
that money.
exactly.
But I wouldn't
That's
want
it.
to pay for all of it. I'd pay half
Yeah.
to give them something to stand on. I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to leave them with nothing.
They did a research thing where it's like, if you get above, I think 60,000 a year, I think it's something like 5K, 10K a month. If you anything above that does not make you happier at all. Like they found a study like that where it's like the happiness difference between that is literally barely anything. And I believe that. I believe like once you get a certain amount of money per month, or you have a certain amount of money, you don't need much more than that to be happy. You want much more of that. That will do things like, okay, the car you're driving will be better. Okay, the clothes you'll be wearing will be better. But at the end of the day, it's something that those things are so little that it's like nothing. The biggest things I think are like, after a couple thousand a month, you don't need that much. Like I'm someone who genuinely, I want millions. I want a lot of money. I want to create, like, obviously, right? But if I'm being honest, if I'm making a certain amount, I'm good.
Okay, but you see,
The point between 1 million and, all right, if you have like 10 million, the difference between that and 100 million, I believe, is like barely anything.
the thing is, right, you know what you're talking about, like even him, like Simone, he was talking about like when you're dead or when you're gonna die, you want zero in your bank. Okay, if you really think about it,
But
when you're
why?
on your deathbed, no, but if you really think about it, on your deathbed, if let's say some people, I feel like some people are like so like they want money, and that's it in life. But once on your deathbed, what are you gonna be thinking about?
Thank you.
You didn't make 100K more, or you actually did something with your life, because you're gonna sit there and be like, okay, what's the point? Because you could have made more money, but you're not gonna be sitting there thinking about how I didn't make 10K more or how I didn't invest that.
Listen,
of
it's
course.
the same. It's the same point that today, someone asked me. They was like, "Do you live your life?" Because I told them. They said something. They said specifically. I'm gonna say it. I genuinely don't care. They said, "So why don't you just fuck around with girls and just get experiences and shit like that?" Because they asked me the question of how older than your age would you date, right? And I answered it. And I said 30. I said 30. I'm comfortable in saying it on voice. The reason why I said that, and they go like, okay, why do you think that? And I said, because I don't want to fucking go to 40 and say I've been with one person my whole fucking teenage years and I didn't do jack shit with my life. I'm sorry, but I want to have on my bed. I could be earning 20K a year. Fuck it. I don't care. As long as with those 20K, I had the best times of my life.
That's what
I went to the best parties of my life. I had the best fun, and all the memories. I'm fine with that, because the reason is, I genuinely the money at the end of the day. Like
I
Zach
agree with
said,
that,
it's
but like,
confidence.
is it why is there a degree where it's like I want to spend all my like I don't think I'm like I wouldn't give a fuck to a degree. Like I want to give a fuck about how much like I spend in my life, but once it ends, like obviously when I'm gonna like write a will or whatever, I know where I want that money to go. But I think that it depends what you mean. If you think you're someone who's gonna have a shit ton of money, thinking to be like, I'm gonna spend it all before I die, okay, but like on yourself, on other people, on helping the world, on just
everything,
riches, on greed, what do you mean?
But then another thing about this is,
because the way you sound like you're saying it is like, I'm just gonna spend if I have $3 million in the bank, it's gonna go towards strippers and all this shit. I don't think that's healthy. Like I think you just become where it's like it becomes meaningless. That's the point. I think that there's a certain amount of money that like you don't need to spend it before you die, because who gives a shit?
Okay, but like realistically,
yeah. But how does
if
your
you
kid
have the
earn
mindset
it?
of I'm not saying leave it to the kid.
Zach,
I'm not saying that at all.
back to what Simona said though, that he wants to spend all of his money before he dies. The thing is, to get a lot of money, you need to work for that. Of course,
That's my point. Yeah.
But then, how do you know when you'll die? So how do you know you would have spent all of it? Because the thing is,
but let's say you're 70 years old. You get hit with cancer.
you're gonna be dead.
You know a year and a half
But
you're
the
gonna
thing
die.
is, though, you could die
You
at
have 3
25.
million in your bank. What would I do? I'd be like, I'm gonna spend as much of that as I'm not gonna be like, I don't care about spending all of it.
Yeah, of course.
If I had to think about, okay, once I die, where's my money gonna go? I'd say things like, if you want to like give it to fucking charity, give it to like kids in Africa. I don't know, or give it. I disagree with the fact of like giving it to your kids. I'd say something like a house or whatever. Sure. I'd say something like a collection of something. Sure. I'd say like something like you said, a car or whatever. That's great. Something for their education.
But again,
great.
how do you know when you're going to die? You might not even get to that.
No, but like when you're about to write your will,
for it.
what are you gonna do?
When I'm writing my will, fuck, I don't know. I'm not writing my will, am I?
Okay, no, but that's my point. Would you be like, I'm not giving anything to anyone. I'm gonna spend it all. I don't think that that's like a way to even while you're alive. Why don't like? I just don't think that there's a point of like spending it all, because if anything, it's just meaningless.
but like
To a degree, after a certain point, after you spend that million, what is that second million gonna give you?
No, of course not. But realistically, if you think about it, if you wanted a
I could spend $1 million on a fucking party easily.
yeah, no, but like if you wanted a stripper,
But why would you do that when?
I could spend $1 trillion on a party,
But
bro.
that's the thing.
I'm
That's
telling
the thing.
you.
That's the thing. If you were to have a stripper on your deathbed, why do you pay for these hoes? Like we ain't paying for these hoes. You know we're getting it for free. So realistically, we're not paying for strippers to go on our deathbed, because I just like bell one up.
I hope
tell
when
them
I'm
to come
70, I
dance.
don't need to pay for a stripper to get on my bed, honestly.
You just invite them. They invite them to
Yeah,
come.
honestly. They
Don't
call,
pay
they,
'em.
no,
Yeah,
they call
exactly.
me to pay.
Yeah, they're like, yo, I
Can
want
I
to come.
pay? Like, bro, I want to, like,
Oh,
I...
maybe paying Simona to dance on him.
They pay him, bro.
80-year-old Simona dancer.
Bro, they send it to him through Cash App.
I don't want to live it to that extent, because then obviously becomes numb to it. But bro, Dan Bilzerian has freaking the best, in my opinion, the best fucking life you can have as a millionaire. Best life. The guy
don't know who Dan Bilzerian is.
The guy doesn't do jack shit all day.
I don't know who it is.
The guy doesn't do jack shit all day, and he just gets money, gambles it, have fun, go out to the biggest party he makes.
Honestly,
I don't want to say this as if I glorify him because I disagree with a lot of his like lifestyle shit. And
I've
whatever.
never heard of his
and
lifestyle.
I don't
Like
look up, but he's a fucking smart dude. I don't give a shit what anyone says. You can say he has a haram of women, bro. That is scroll through all of it. He's no. The amount that you cannot say.
I know this guy.
Yeah.
This guy threw a stripper off a roof.
No, he did.
Yeah, he did. He threw a porn star. He threw a porn star off a roof into a pool. He missed the pool. He missed the pool. She broke her leg and she fined him for $500K. He went the next day in court. He paid it in cash.
Okay, but you see
millions, bro.
But the thing is with this, right? He's like old. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're gonna stand with
Bro,
all these strippers.
guys, the guy.
Bro, he's got a fucking arm of him.
The guy.
He goes into a restaurant. Are those your kids? What the fuck? Did you Genghis Khan or some shit? What the fuck is this?
The guy overdosed on Viagra 3 times by the age of 20.
He wrote a book about how he went without sex for a week. He's like, I was addicted. I was doing it like 17 times a day. Like that shit. It's fucking crazy. You cannot deny how, like, there are men that are legit complaining about how they're not 6 foot, so I can't get a girl. Dan Bilzerian is like 5'8", and he has literally.
Okay.
You saw that as enough.
The thing is,
and I don't mean that. Like, I think he abuses it personally. I think he pushes it way too fucking far, and I think it's. He says it himself. It's just meaningless.
Okay.
Whenever if you could have sex with anyone in the world and you're doing it like with like 4 different, when does it become like meaningful? If you don't even know the person, if you don't,
it's already meaningless because the thing is, him getting like all these like hoes, you understand? It's all because of his lifestyle and his money.
Yeah, obviously.
You really think that they're like actually like really invested? It's mostly because of his money. So like,
no, yeah, of course.
For him to go fuck.
They're using each other.
But he knows that they're only fucking him because of that.
Oh, 100. Yeah,
but he's obviously getting out because he's fucking like a fit girl. Like that's so he already
yeah.
knows. That's why it's meaningless to him.
But that's my point. Both parties are using each other.
Well, of course.
But with me, with people that say that. And they're the same people that think I want to have one girlfriend for the rest of my life or one wife for the rest of my life. Those people don't need to worry about that because if you're truly down to have one girlfriend and one wife for the rest of your life, you wouldn't think of that because it doesn't fucking matter, does it? You're going to stay with that one person. You're going to get the same pussy. You're going to get the same old... and that pussy is going to get old.
But like...
I'm sorry, that pussy's going to... I don't know if you're going to bring out fucking dick plugged. I don't know what shit they're going to make in the future. Maybe you're going to buy a robot that fucks your wife for you. I don't know what to tell you.
Just text on the phone, just be like, robot.
Legit. Dick will come out from the bottom of the phone. Fucking... I don't know what to tell you, but the thing with that, I'm fine with it. The only thing I think there's gonna be a point. There has to be a point in the relationship where you're like, you know what? Let's take a break.
No, but
let's take a break. You
Listen.
fuck whoever, I fuck whoever. But let's take a break for a week. And you just fuck.
But that's the point. That's when it makes it like okay. Don't you think that's just most people just can't be enough for each other?
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's what I think it is.
But
I don't think it's like that's just not like there are people who have been together for 40 years. No fucking, they've never cheated, never. It's rare as fuck.
Yeah, but there's the press.
But it's all, you know what else is also fucking rare? That marriages don't divorce. It's over 50% now. Yeah. So it's like, it's also rare for a guy to be athletically fit, a guy to have like a fucking 6-pack and to be ripped. Just the way it's rare for a guy to commit himself with a wife and never cheat on her, never whatever. I'm not saying that that's a good, it's just rare. That doesn't mean that it's bad or it never works because of human nature. Like that's the thing with a question I have for the both of you and also you about similar to this topic is all right. I know like I'm in a relationship and so is Sam or whatever, but this is just like for context. Okay. When is like a body count too high? What is too much?
Easy.
All right, Ashton, I want to hear yours first.
All right, no, I'll go first.
Let's do clockwise. No?
Okay, Sam.
Sam and then me and then Ashton.
All right,
Go.
okay, look. To be honest, I don't think the body count matters that much because, like, for example, if it would-
157.
No, like, if it was like 200, 500, I'm like, okay, you're mad. But like, realistically, let's say even if it was like 20, 25, that might be high for you. But if you were to like actually like marry this girl and you really think that you're gonna live your life together, why does it matter?
No,
who's
no,
fucked
no.
on
Getting,
fire?
like.
If you were to get with a girl, no, it doesn't matter because it's you just doing it just to fuck. Like, why does it matter about the body count? Because
But
you just
no, no, no.
wanted the ones that she has. Like, realistically, it's that point.
Yes, but that's if you're okay. So if you were to like have a one night stand,
Yeah.
the body count doesn't matter to you, right?
Yes.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't, because I'm not
It
going to be
doesn't. All
asking
right.
the question.
But then what about if
realistically.
you're getting in a relationship with them? Does it matter?
No, because
Neither.
No, look, I think
Because I think they're very
No,
different.
but-
Like having a
okay.
one night stand is just a fuck. Having an intimate relationship where you guys see each other, talk to each other, I think that the body count matters in that situation a lot.
I think it really depends. Like, honestly, because like if you were
I
okay,
just
if
don't
they
want to
were,
know
like-
how many dicks have been inside
Yeah,
her.
okay,
That's it.
okay. but look, it's one of these things, right? If it was like 200 or something like really, really high,
Because that means there's
then
something wrong
maybe
with them.
That's like a bit weird.
That's an outlier
right?
to the
But
point,
this is
yeah.
not just to girls. This could be to boys either, like both, right?
Okay, but you'd have no
but
problem getting with a girl where she's every weekend she's had
depends.
sex with a
What, you talking about
different dude.
relationship, or are you talking
That's
about? Like, just
exactly what I
fucking-
mean.
What do
Okay,
you
but
mean?
if
Wait,
you
wait, but then it depends.
Another thing,
Is it like-
who has she fucked? Because if she fucked
Okay, no,
Drake
no,
and
alright.
Kanye West, I'm down any day. I don't care.
Okay. But look,
All right,
look, look.
yeah.
See, the thing is, right? If it was too high, obviously, you know, it's just kind of weird. It depends on their lifestyle, but
Bro, just
realistically,
answer the question.
okay,
What's too
okay,
high?
but
So there is
realistically,
no,
I think
none.
there might be a limit, like 100, maybe over 50. But
But
realistically,
you,
if it was 50,
you don't really care.
no, because realistically, if you really truly like this girl, maybe 50.
So how
was
do you
too
know
much.
a whore between a wife?
Because you guys are in a committed relationship. I'm saying if
No,
you
no,
were
no.
at that
I
point-
think like. Don't you think of someone as a wife material and someone that's not? What's the differences? I think the body count matters.
Okay, but if you were to have a mistake, let's say you did something very bad, right? I don't know, you killed someone. Maybe not that bad, but something like that. Okay, maybe not that bad. Or you like
Okay,
molested someone.
let's use an example. Cheated.
Okay, let's say
Yes,
you cheat on someone.
In a really, yeah.
Would that take your perspective of like someone else?
If I've done it 4 times, yes. That's the
no,
point.
because people can change.
No, no,
That's
no,
the
no,
whole
no,
point.
but that's
People
the
was-
point.
Let's say
That's
if you
the
were
point.
17.
Don't you think that there's a certain degree where it's like, okay, if someone's if someone, it's the same thing as an alcoholic. If someone has a body count over 50, you're like, no. Just like the same way, if someone's drinking every day, you're like, no.
Okay, but that's if they continue doing it.
Yes,
but, if
but that's
their
my
body
point. If
count
they
was
said
from
like,
ages
I
ago-
had but usually.
Okay, but if it was more like this
Okay,
thing,
okay,
if they had
okay.
a high body count,
Let me
I
ask
think
you. Let
body
me
count
ask you
is
something.
so-
I'm not gonna mention names.
Sam, mention yours. Though.
Girl,
What do you have a limit?
girl, 17.
Wait, are we on about?
Body count, 28.
Well, that's your max.
but like, what am I getting in a relationship? Is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
No, all right,
Are
one
you
night
asking-
stand
wait,
versus.
wait.
You know who I'm talking about.
I'm confused.
I think.
Are you asking a question?
Wait, move.
Would we get with someone who has 28 body?
Yo, look, what is too much? What's the highest body count you'd get with?
I'm not too sure. Obviously, if it's preference, well, I'm not too sure actually, because it depends. Do you mean like a relationship
In
or
my
like a
opinion,
one night stand?
do you know what it
Because
is?
say if you were to say,
I think the way someone like just gives out their body says something about them. And you're right, Ashton, when it comes to like about change and shit.
Yep.
Like I hate the saying of like once a cheater, always a cheater is retarded in my opinion. But like I believe in forgiveness and stuff like that, but there's a certain degree where
Okay.
if you had sex with 3 different guys this month, we're halfway through the month. I'm not gonna get with you.
Okay, yes.
I'm
no,
I'm
that's-
not
yes.
because there's what is that means you don't value yourself enough to
but it
give it. You
depends.
give it. It's a
yes,
a product, right?
a product. That's misogyny, bro.
Are you saying? Are
I'm
you
a-
saying like a pussy's like a
No,
fucking?
it's
What?
it's the same.
Okay, but yes, but I know what you're
guys,
saying.
guys,
You know what I
you're saying.
heard
It's
that
the
I
same thing
agreed
with
with a
dick.
lot. If it's more or less.
Okay, but
Like
look,
if
look.
I heard a guy say that her body count is too much when it's more than mine. I agree with that a lot. I think that that's a really good. If she has a higher body count than mine, I won't get with her.
Okay, but you see, like, this is a problem. It depends when if you were 17 and they were in that like phase of them going out,
That's yes,
whatever.
I
But it
get
depends
that.
if you were 17 or like let's say if you were 25, okay, and this girl when she was 17, she had a high body count. You can't really like
But she's
call her out on
still-
that. You can't call her on that if she stopped when
But,
she was
okay,
17.
all right, but here's the
But
difference.
if you were together with 17,
all right. This
then
is when it
yes.
goes. This is where you're either wrong or right. What does she think about it? Is she like, I don't care. I did that when I was whatever and whatever. Like if she's like that, fuck no. If she says, listen, I was young, I fucked around, I regret it. Some guys I shouldn't have slept with. Some guys I enjoyed and I don't regret. Some people I had meaningful relationships
I
with.
don't want to know all of that shit personally. I'd like if
No,
I
but
don't
if
even
a
know.
girl
I don't
says
think
my
I don't
body
think
count-
you should also like. It's the thing of it's their personal thing. And I'm like, oh, you, how many fucking cocks have you had inside of you?
No,
but it's the thing.
can't you tell? Let's
What
be
do you mean of
honest.
experience? Well,
No.
wait, what? Oh yeah, you. Oh, you're riding it like I'm a
Can't
fucking
you-
donkey.
can't
You
tell?
fucked
No, you can
35
tell.
dudes, haven't
No,
you?
you can tell by the way a person represents themselves that they have either slept around with a lot of people or have.
I don't
haven't.
know.
Some
Okay.
people
I don't know,
aren't,
I don't
but-
know.
Okay.
I think so.
I want to get to the end of this. Sam, how many is too much for you?
Honestly, I don't have
Really
an
easy.
answer because personally, if it's preference, I wouldn't. I don't have a lot of experience. Okay, so I wouldn't want someone who's like I would want someone around the same level as me, in experience wise, because I wouldn't want to.
Have to teach her or whatever.
No, I wouldn't want to have to like slap. I wouldn't like we learn together. We learn together. It's not a thing of they teach you and you fucking go with it. You learn together.
No, I'm
So I would-
Look at Andrew Tate.
so
I mean,
I-
this guy's got a lot of experience.
Wait,
and
no.
probably
So
sounds like
shut up.
18,
Shut
so,
up.
like,
No, so
Sam's like, I don't want to have to teach this bitch.
No,
how
no,
to
no, no,
fucking-
no, no, no. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I
No,
said
I'm kidding,
I would
kidding.
want someone around the same experience level as I am because I wouldn't want to like.
But what point does it reach where it's experience or where it's like you're having just meaningless sex because you're either emotional, because you're depressed? Because I really think that.
But there's different types of sex. I would say there's intimate sex. There's like one night stands.
No, I
and
think
there's
there's a
emotional.
difference between sex and making love. I think that's.
Yeah. But I think
think
a big
I-
difference. But then there's different types of sex. You can have like
If
emotional
you've
sex, where you're
gotten
just emotional.
like if
Or you can have anger sex. You're both pissed. You're like, oh, fucking do it. And you can just have sadness
Be
sex.
careful with that. Be careful what you're saying there.
Sam's
because,
like, I have anger
like, if
sex.
you-
No,
if
no,
you get
no,
angry,
no, 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 no.
Fucking do it.
Stick it in. Stick it in now.
No, what I'm saying is with daylight context because people have said how like them and their like partner have had an argument. They've like something's happened and they've just had like makeup sex, like anger sex.
Yeah.
To make up, that's what I mean by it. Because I know a lot of people who've had like an argument with their like partner and they've just fucked and they're cool again. But that's also a thing with relationships. Some relationships become like that. Some relationships come to the point where, oh, me and you argue, shit, we're gonna fuck, it's gone, forget, forgive. But the
Fuck
thing is,
through the argument.
no, literally, some people like that.
Fuck it out of
So
you.
like say like you two are arguing, okay? It's a really bad argument, you're together, you fuck, the next day it's fine because you know you made each other happy. I don't think it should be like that.
No, yeah.
You should grow
You have
together.
to
You
go
should-
through it.
Yes, exactly.
Of course.
You shouldn't just fuck and get it over and done with. Of course. Like
Okay, so do you not have a number then?
Okay, then let's wait until you're in that situation.
yeah, listen,
and then
bring
we'll
listen,
talk
listen. Bring me back on the podcast and like fuck when I'm dead. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Look.
Anyways, my personally, I guess it cannot. If I'm talking about I need to get with this girl, and it's a relationship. First of all, I wouldn't want to know. I wouldn't want to know how much she has.
But
Yeah,
the
exactly.
age though, wouldn't the age like
That's
matter?
one.
That's the thing.
That's one thing that I was about to say, guys.
It's
Okay.
per month.
Okay, so for me,
How much per month?
So for
What,
me,
is it like a fucking debt
I
you're
think,
paying
I,
off?
think, I think everyone, and I've mentioned this before, I think everyone has to go to a whole phase one point in their life, and if they don't, it's good, it's better. But if you do go through it, I'd rather the person go through it early. The reason is they can tell me, oh, I was young, I was dumb, I was stupid, I did this because it was my whole phase.
Yep.
That's it. Because I'd rather find the person that I'm going to stay with for the rest of my life at the age of 25. And if that person's going through that stage at the age of 25,
Of course.
that's not what I like.
I understand
Because
that.
I'm going to be like, then what the fuck were you doing in your 17s? What, you were going to relationship that didn't matter? Because I know they're going to end. Unless you're really lucky and you're in that 1%.
I understand
But so in my opinion, me personally, body count wise, if a girl is over the body count of 5, at my current age, I wouldn't. Over the body count of 5.
I mean,
Every girl I've been with, every girl I've been with, every girl I've been with,
I think
virgin. Or every girl I've dated so far, virgin.
But that's a preference then.
Are you
No.
sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Alright, let's debate this. Zach, like
Yes.
run through like previous thoughts. See if there's any who's like taking it.
If he thinks about it, there is no one.
Just think. Is there anyone who you can think of who have had sex with somebody and then got with someone else? I can think of one person.
No.
No. I can
No,
think of
no.
one. No. Wait, are you talking about relationships or like doing shit?
No,
that's
no,
what I mean.
relationship.
Okay,
Relationship.
alright,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he's right, he's
Because
right.
I
But
know.
fucked
Okay.
Or like done
No
stuff.
shit, fucked,
Okay.
no.
No shit,
Okay,
man.
so look, your
La
answer
la
is
mosh
at your age, it's 5. Like 5, the max. body
At my
count
age is
being-
5. At my age is 5. I think it goes up
Next year it
every-
goes 10.
I think,
Every
Every
five.
year,
20.
5 adds on.
so. I think how the counter. In
If
my
a girl
opinion,
had sex with 3 guys in a week, what the fuck?
but again,
Come on, that
but-
says something about someone.
But again-
it does. It says about their morals. It says
the
about
thing
their
is, you can also
principles.
say the same
It
about
says about how
guys.
they treat themselves. It's the same way.
Then it's the exact same with guys.
And you try to excuse yourself because, like, personally, if a girl is attractive in every single way possible, but she eats McDonald's 3 times a week, I'm not dating her. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
No. That's exactly the point. A lot of people like to forget about it because but she's still like I don't give a shit. That says something about someone. If someone goes out to eat McDonald's every day, I don't give a fuck if they look good. I don't like that.
Okay. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, but-
Bro, how the fuck did this go from having sex with 5 dudes a week to eating McDonald's 5 days? No. That's just fucking
but
retarded.
it's an example.
No, but it's retarded. That's such a stupid example.
No,
How?
Because,
okay,
can I say?
the
No,
stupid
but you
part
can,
about
but you
that-
can say the same for guys. You can say the exact
Guys,
same for guys.
the stupid
No, I
part
could say-
about all of
exactly,
this.
you're right.
The
That's what I
stupid
mean.
part about all of this
Sorry.
is that every fucking one in this room is guilty of hypocritical about this thing because we all know that we have had our girlfriend that has went to fucking drank 50 Red Bulls in one day, fucking I don't know what. Okay, but they've done that, but we forgive them because you know why? Because we're fucking blinded,
Okay,
and that's why.
but you see-
But you have to realize that's how life is. You're not gonna find anyone that is not gonna go eat McDonald's and
course.
not gonna do drink Red Bull.
No,
or
but don't you?
drink 5
Wouldn't you
liters of coffee.
prefer if she didn't do that?
No,
No,
it's
I
not my.
wouldn't.
It's
I
not
wouldn't
mine.
give a shit. I don't
Why?
care because it's nothing to do
I
with
think
me.
if I like
I'm, no, I'm
personally-
not gonna say, oh yeah, you can't eat this and this every
Oh
day.
no,
because
it's not about control, Sam. It's
Okay,
not about control. It's about like, all right, if you have a girlfriend
Yes.
and you tell her today, what do you want to do? I want to go to McDonald's. All right.
I mean, it's a day. It's a day.
It's a
Fine,
day,
fine.
innit? You're going for
Tomorrow, what do you want to do? Burger King.
Okay,
Two fast foods
yeah.
in one day.
Okay,
all right.
okay.
Third day, what do you want to do? We could go to McDonald's again, and then get pizza.
Okay, but you see,
And
the
you're
thing is
like,
though- but the thing is
what?
that
That
has-
says
But
something.
then the
That
thing is that
says
you can also,
something.
but the thing is you can also say no.
I don't look at them.
You can
No,
also
no, yes, you're right.
Let's go to this. Let's do
Yes,
this.
you-
They might.
Bro, I get it, but I'm saying I wouldn't like if a girl ate McDonald's that much and she still looked good. You'd still date her,
yeah, but okay.
but wouldn't you prefer if she like cared about herself,
No,
ate healthy
I
for
wouldn't-
herself?
no, I wouldn't
That's the
really
point.
care
It's
because
all
it's her
for
opinion.
herself. That affects how she looks at herself. It says something about someone. I'm not saying it's a deal breaker. I'm not saying you shouldn't date someone who fucking eats McDonald's. It's not. I'm not that extreme. Not at all. But I'm saying it as an example. Don't you think the way someone treats their body, where if they give it out to 50 people in the past 7 years, don't you think that that's like, all right, that says something about how they treat sex, how they
but
treat,
Look.
how much time she's went
You know
out.
how you said about.
Come on.
Sorry. You know how you said about having like a girl who's had sex with 3 guys in a week. Let's say, for example, a child is kind of like off topic or on topic, has trauma, and they act a certain way.
Trauma?
No, but can you blame them for that? No. So what happens if this girl?
It's not about blaming, bro.
No,
It's
but
not
that's the
about-
thing, you're saying
F-
this
yes,
girl- that
but
could be
is
her
she
thing.
is
Like, I
she
mean, that
past it? Is she past it? That's the point. Because you don't want it. No.
But if you're in a relationship, obviously you don't want someone who's fucking like 3 dudes a week because you know you're in a relationship.
If I'm in a
Fuck it, like, that's fine.
relationship and this person used to sleep around, right? But
That's a
I
choice.
think that she's different and she's with me and whatever. The idea of the fact that thinking the minute I get out of this relationship, if you think, yeah, she'll go fuck like 4 other dudes, I don't think that's not the type of person.
But the thing is, they're gonna do that anyway. Every girl is gonna do that anyway.
No, that's the point.
Look,
No.
I think like someone who's wife material, I guess if you'd say the word, someone who you truly want in a relationship, you should care about their body count, and there's a certain limit.
But then-
for me, personally, I cannot see like marrying a girl or being with a girl who's like above 5. That's at its max.
Wait, you would
okay, what, 5
wouldn't-
years?
wait.
5 years of age, or you mean 5 years body count?
5 body
Wait,
count.
so you wouldn't,
okay.
you wouldn't marry someone who's fucked more than...
Shut
but
up.
But then for say if you fucked like 20 people and you get into a
I'm not-
relationship. No, but I'm just saying if.
That's the thing I
course.
don't know about.
Of course, your opinion on this could change. But then it also depends on the fact of, say if you get into a relationship, okay, and you're like, oh, fuck, you've got like 7 bodies. That's too many for me. But then...
You make exceptions for people, I'm not gonna lie.
No, as I say, of
You
course
do.
you do. But then it also depends on yourself as well, because you can't exactly say, oh yeah, you can't fuck this many people, but I can fuck this many people.
Well, it
But
is
you-
different.
Not necessarily. It's really not.
It's not, but it is.
No, it's
What?
just preference. Because say for example,
okay,
for example, no, wait. For example, say if this guy has fucked 13 people and
Yeah.
this girl has fucked 7,
Yeah.
and this guy goes, fuck, you fucked too many people than I would like. That is not fair because you've still
You're
fucked
right.
13
You're right.
people.
You're right.
So this should be a mutual terms thing. So if you
then-
don't want
Yes,
anyone
that's
to have
why
more
I
than
said
5
the
bodies-
good thing,
But
the best
then-
thing you could say is if it's more than me.
But
Because
then-
then you could tell yourself, you say, no, it's fine for me to tell you that I don't want to be with you because of your body count. If like someone's a virgin and they don't want to date someone who isn't a virgin, you could say like, I don't care, and that's fine. But that person has, I guess everyone has a right to care about who they want to be with or whatever. But like that is a perfect example. I don't want to sleep with someone who I'm losing my virginity to you, but you're not to me. If someone has a body count of 10 and you're a virgin, you don't want to sleep with them. Some people are like that, and they have the right to say that though.
So your max would be 5. Your max would be 5.
Personally,
Yeah, personally, what would you think
yeah, probably 5, something like that.
at this age though? Like I'm talking about at this age. I mean, right now,
This age,
Yeah,
3 is
3.
pushing it by
You-
a lot.
yours is 5. Yours
What? But max
at this age right now. I mean, if you
Well,
were to get in a relationship,
I'd say 5 in general. Like we're 25 and about to get married.
Okay, what in the
I'm talking
future?
about right now. No,
In the
Right
future,
now,
right
right
now,
now,
right
0. Me.
Well, no.
Right
no.
now, me.
Personally,
Right now, me.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
it.
So then,
okay.
Right now, nothing.
Personally, right now where I am, I wouldn't.
I think until I'm
No,
20.
I don't feel comfortable answering this. I'm not
I
answering
think,
this.
I think this is completely ridiculous because people at our age have no clue what the fuck they're doing.
see, that's the thing. We're
At
kind of
our
talking
age-
about a thing that we
at
don't
our
know.
age, at our
It's
age,
rare.
At our age, if a person has fucked, it's been a mistake. More
Yeah,
than
yeah,
half the
most likely,
time,
most likely,
when they're
most likely.
20, they're gonna
That's
be
the
like,
point. I think-
they're gonna look back and they're gonna be like, Jesus Christ.
when it's
And they're
something
gonna
like,
be like, "That was
below
meaningless."
5.
They were gonna be like, that was meaningless.
Okay, but don't you like if a girl is like 25, 30 and she's had a body count of like 5, that tells you in your head that she has had she's
That's
had
diff-
sex with people she
know, I
cares
know,
about.
But
We just-
That's
kinda
the
going
difference
over
here.
topics
But
that
that's
we
but
just
that's
keep.
but that's different because
No,
the
but don't you
reason-
think that that's the difference?
No, I
If
know,
a
I
girl
know.
that's like to me the part that I hate where I don't make all right, fuck the number of 5. Honestly, there isn't a number. The point is, does this girl value sex as nothing where she'd give it out to a guy she doesn't even like? Or does she respect herself and her body
really
enough
just the
to
answer,
say,
bro.
I'm only gonna give this to someone I care about?
That's
That's
just
the
the answer.
difference.
Like,
That's the
that's the
difference.
answer. I don't
That's
think you
that's the
can
point here.
set
I'm not
one.
saying a girl is shit if she has a higher body count than this. I'm not saying a guy is shit because he has a higher body count than this, or a specific number makes you this, or if you have over 5, you're a whore. Like not at all. Not at all. Okay? I'm saying that in my opinion, the person that is really the best for you is someone who at least currently, all right, because like Ashton said, I believe in forgiveness. I believe in thinking like, yeah, that was them. It was a phase. It was whatever. They were maybe in a hard point in their life, or like you said, trauma. I empathize a lot with that.
Yep.
The point is now, does she still treat sex as I'm gonna do it with whoever or with someone I care
Yeah,
about?
I mean, that's
Because
really
that
all
means that when
matters,
you
bro.
have sex with her, it's
That's the thing.
not
I don't
as-
think
it's
there's a
not
set body
as-
count, basically.
that's what I
I
mean.
think it's just
I think
that.
that's at the end of the day there isn't a
Realistically-
specific answer, and that's like what I think personally.
Realistically, that's what, in my opinion, defines a whore from a normal
That's exactly. It's not the amount of guys she's. It says something about how she treats herself and who she gives it out to. Same thing with the guys. We're just saying this because we're all dudes.
Is she willing to go to a 70-year-old and fuck him just because he has money?
Yeah. I mean, obviously.
Is she willing to fuck a 16-year-old when she's 20 because he looks better, he looks good?
Yeah.
Doesn't that define how much she values sex, or not even sex, but herself in general?
Yeah, of course. I mean, of course.
That is for me the definition for what you define a whore and a normal person.
Yeah.
The reason I say this is because my number, like I said, doesn't really matter in my opinion. It doesn't, like, people at this age, if a girl comes up to me and says, I have 5 bodies and I am 16, my brain, I think, I know you done that, but you don't know you did that because you have no clue what you're
But here's another thing. When you ask a girl what's your body count and she goes, it doesn't matter, or she says like or she says something like, I don't want to tell you. Why? It's because she's ashamed of it.
Well, can I say also with body count? It depends. Was it like say if you go to a club, you fuck 3 dudes in that night, but then it also depends. That's 3 bodies. But say if you're in a relationship with 5 different dudes and you're in this relationship and it's going good and you fuck those 5 dudes, that's not going out and getting fucked. That's in a relationship. So I'd say, no, I'm saying, but there's also a big difference of going out every weekend and getting fucked or fucking somebody.
Yes.
And there's no relationship. Me personally, I would not like to go out every weekend and fuck somebody. No chance. And I personally wouldn't want anyone to do that because it's not a respectful thing. Because doing this, you don't respect yourself.
Okay. I think that's
all right. Yeah.
Partly weird because the reason is at our day and age, bro. All our bodies want is sex. The reason is our hormonal.
Yes. He's right about. But here's what I think. I agree with someone a lot in this point, but what I personally think is the difference is, and tell me if you guys disagree with me, because I don't know. I haven't made my mind up on this exactly. I think it's different when it's a girl and when it's a guy. Because when it's a guy, I believe it's out of lust. When it's a girl, I believe it's out of, like Ashton said, 100%. Out of trauma, out of pain, out of trying to find answers or something, or out of like a girl. She'll usually go through her whole phase after she's had that first boyfriend.
Also can be with
a guy like if you ask any girl who's a virgin, most girls will say like, of course I won't do it with anyone, right? Guys, a lot of them won't. They don't care. They're like, I'll do it with whoever as long as they're hot. And I think that's the problem in both things. The guys who have a high body count, it's because they're horny, and it's all because all they care about is sex, is because they objectify women or things like that. I think when it's a girl, it's very different. I think it's like Ashton said, where it's like trauma or how they look at themselves or their self-esteem. It's different.
So like, I got a question for you guys. Very off topic. All right. No, it's generally very off topic because I feel like we've been speaking about this. And it's been just circling around in the same answers, It's just like a never-ending conversation.
The thing with this is just, it comes down to opinions. So there's no answer to
it. That's everything in life.
No, but like,
not everything, but that's a lot of things. It's all opinion.
Bro, we landed on the moon. Yes, we did. So
fuck no. We did not, bro.
So
I don't know.
Okay, guys, whatever. It's a joke.
Was the flag moving? I don't think so.
Oh my god.
I don't think so.
Shut up.
So no shit. There's no way.
All right, look.
How do you know?
I got a
gravitational energy.
How do you know?
There's no gravity.
We're not having this
No. Wait. Oops. There is gravitational energy. There's no atmospherical energy. So there's.
I don't know any of that shit. I don't give a fuck.
Fuck this science shit, bro. This ain't me.
Fuck the science shit. We need to go to the moon.
We just do that.
Yes.
Look, I know you like Sneeko quite a lot. So I want to have a conversation about that, right? Okay. So basically, look, I don't disagree with what he says, but you're going to stand the stuff that reacts to, wait, not everything. I'm not saying I agree with everything, but the stuff he reacts to, you're going to stand that these people have deliberately, this is why you have editing. These people have deliberately had like 100 girls, they asked a question. 10 of them have said this one thing, which makes them look bad. I know that he's reacting to it, but you're gonna stand that they edit it so it makes, so then he reacts to what's edited.
No. If you're talking about it's complicated, that YouTube channel, it's literally like they show everything. Because there are girls that literally go, they agree with it.
But how do you know? But how do you know?
Because I've
But
seen
yes, you've
a
seen
full
the video.
episode.
Yes, the full episode.
They cut out the parts where, yeah, I agree with you completely. On TikTok, if what you've seen Sneeko of is on TikTok, I believe that whoever says he's a misogynist and all this shit, perfect. That's, if I was you, I'd think the same things. I don't think those things because I've seen his streams and I've been following him for years.
Okay, but that's not...
And I really do think he reacted to those things to get money and to get clout and to get people to look at him. And he doesn't lie about that. He goes like, yeah, I blew up because I go, woman, I fucking hate that. Like, in reality, though, he
Bomba clapped.
Bomba
Yes, clap, Tommy.
You're gonna ear fuck everyone on.
Tell me something your mom did you know. Oh.
Look. So basically,
Sam bringing Sam on was a bad idea. He's gonna eat the mic, bro. He's gonna fucking suck everything in.
guys, Sam is the Riley Reeds of.
Lickety split, yeah.
But that's my point. I really think if your perspective of Sneeko,
it's not him though. It's not him. I'm just saying the stuff that.
Yes, but
sometimes
that's everything.
Yes,
that's
course,
everything.
That's
That's media.
Like portrays you.
It's
in a certain way that
you know what it is.
something.
It's also the same way where everything you see is based on your watch history.
Yeah, of course.
Bro, don't tell me you haven't talked to someone about a washing machine and then the next day you get an ad on your phone about a washing
Or
machine.
like sometimes you'll like search up one thing.
Yeah, because everything's linked. I mean,
No,
And then
no,
you'll
it's
see
because
it
they
on
literally
TikTok.
track it and then they try to feed you again to get addicted to it again.
Okay, so basically, I got another question.
The only clips that get uploaded to TikTok with Sneeko is the one where it's crazy, the one that's gonna get the most attention, the one where he's yelling about women.
Well, yeah, no, of course. It's not him being misogynistic. It's more of the things that he's reacting to. He's reacting to certain videos that, like, I'm saying, okay, certain girls should be called out for what they're saying. I'm not saying that certain girls should be called out for what they're saying, but he reacts to certain videos which are obviously edited. So then, it's not him what's saying wrong. It's these videos.
Wait, listen. I know what you're trying to say, and I promise. As soon as I start recording my YouTube channels, I'm gonna go to Valletta. I'm gonna ask the same exact question, and I'm gonna prove to you that girls are that stupid.
Yes, that's the okay. Now girls are people.
No,
It's the same thing with the people. It's the same thing.
no, girls,
Alright,
not.
what he's reacting to.
I'm saying girls because the reason why I say girls
This
is
what
because
most
when I
women think.
went,
That's the thing.
when I went to Valletta and I did this because I was like, I kind of grabbed my balls and I was like,
Wait, yeah, like a
What did you do?
microphone.
you know, no, but I was like, I did it just by myself. I just did it.
Wait, what was you doing?
Huh?
Wait, what was you doing? Just asking.
I was asking questions. Like I went up to people. Some people find it funny and hilarious, and I was like, "What's 3 times 3?" I've had people tell me 12.
It's 9.
Okay, yeah, but see, that's the thing.
I've had people-
That's
I've
just
had-
them being dumb.
Sam,
bro,
what are you
like-
talking about?
But-
It's 15.
But,
Sam,
okay,
are you?
okay. Or I actually did ask this. I asked the I don't know if you ever heard the question. What are men like? What are the women? Who's the prize in the relationship? The woman in Valletta, Malta, okay, Europe, Earth, okay, said females. I said why? Because female are usually the ones that are more attractive. I was like, okay. And I was like, then what does that make the man? And they didn't say the wallet, but they went close to it. They said the guy that brings me out to dinner, the guy that cares for me, that provides for me. And I was like, okay. But then you're downgrading us.
But then can I say, but you're saying this, but obviously, don't get me wrong, people are definitely going to think this, but not everyone will.
Oh, no. As soon as this goes out, I already know Liam is going to
Yeah,
come
he's
up
gonna
with
he's gonna message me like, no. But look, I've got another very like interesting kind of topic, right?
Yeah, we're an hour in.
So like, what do you guys define as someone successful? Because personally,
I already
think
know
like,
who
if
he's going to say.
the thing is,
I already know who
not
Zach's
not
going to
No,
say.
it's not a person.
Not who, but what actually defines them. Because
I got
for
a
me,
perfect answer
for me, what it is, right? For example, if you wanted to be a teacher, right? You want to be a teacher, okay?
Successful.
And you became a teacher.
That's it.
That makes you successful. I don't think it's about the money. It's about what you,
No,
what
no,
you
no.
actually do.
No,
This is-
you
this
want
is
to
what I-
succeed in your field.
I think
You want to succeed.
I think it coincides with fulfillment, and I also think there's a quote where it's like the biggest success you can have is you wake up every day and you do truly what you want.
Yes.
And I agree with that to a degree because you can't have what you like. You want to wake up every day and eat sweets and have a six pack, but you you have to sacrifice and you have to do. I think the biggest success is that though. It's when you do what you set out to. Like if your idea of like
right now.
what you of what you
Stripping right
really
now.
really want to truly do in life is teach children film.
Yeah,
Like
yes,
our teacher
yes.
Dominic. I look at him and I shout out to Dominic, man.
Shout out Dominic.
I truly look at him and I believe genuinely that he is successful. I think he
Well, yeah, because he-
loves teaching film. And I think if that's truly what you
And he
love
also-
doing and that's what gives you fulfillment,
Yes,
and
that's
he
success.
succeeded in his field
It's not
of work.
a lot of people mix success with money and awards and fame and status. I don't believe that that's
Success is what you actually.
set out to do and achieve.
Yes.
It's achievement.
Wait, can we all just say how like fed up Simona looks right now?
I don't know, guys.
Well, can I say? Can I say, Ashton, Zach, shut up. This has been your podcast, Simona. Let's talk, okay? Because
What?
we're just talking. How are you, Simona? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good, guys.
Wait, Ashton, shut the fuck up. I'm gonna ask you. Simona, I'm gonna ask you a serious question.
What's the serious
I'm
question,
gonna ask you a
Sam?
question, okay? Now, and I want a dead honest answer.
Okay.
Ass or tits?
Oh my god.
Ass.
Nah, look.
Ass.
Fuck
This is a better topic. Ass, or
Ass.
tits?
Ass.
Wait, fuck both
Ass.
of those. Thighs. Do you know what's better than thighs?
Those shit bang. Oh, wait, the girl I'm the girl I'm getting serious with, and who she
We
she
should
knows,
name. We should name right now.
she
We should
knows-
name right now.
She knows who she is on the podcast
Is she
because I'm pretty sure
listen to
she's
this
listening to
podcast?
this. She knows who she is, and she knows she's banging when it comes to both of those topics. For me.
Let's just go to the next topic. Basically. Wait. Okay.
I wanna actually go in serious with one thing specifically, and I wanna get answers to all of the things we covered so far because I genuinely think for the audience it hasn't been answered.
Yes.
So, okay, the first one was roughly like about my another question that I wanted to put through to you guys that is include. Okay, first of all, the body count. To clarify to everyone, Ashton doesn't because obviously he said his point of view.
Yeah.
Girls, it doesn't really matter in his point of view what the body count is. Sam doesn't want to say it, which is
The
completely.
best
to be fair,
answer
I just
is
don't
what I
really
always
care,
say to everything. It depends.
Yeah. That's what it is, really.
Because someone could have a low body count, but that doesn't mean that they're good because they're better than the other person that has a higher body count.
Yeah.
Or examples like
Zach, 5.
I don't have an
0
answer, but-
or 0
that.
at this age. 0.
No.
I personally, like I said, 5. Now another.
No, me. That's the answer. At this age, me. That's literally
Like,
it.
who's gonna stop me? Like,
It's
Okay,
her
okay,
body
guys.
count.
no.
is me.
Take that
Guys.
back.
Nah,
Take that back. Take that back.
Okay,
Like, these
guys.
hoes mean
So
nothing.
I'm like the one that goes most of like like fucked up, but now like I wanted to ask something specifically about what do you think about people seeing how other people dress? Like, have you ever seen a group of guys and they're all dressed exactly the same because they're all friends?
Yeah.
And you know that really awkward stage where you go out, you're like, oh, we're dressed the same, right? But then when you walk on the street, you're like, this sounds really weird for the audience. They're probably like, what the fuck is this guy saying? But what I'm trying to come off of this is, don't you think a lot of people are not finding themselves, but are taking comfort in what other people are doing?
That's because they can't come out their comfort zone, and that's why I think a lot of people, especially here, I've noticed like some people don't want to travel to Malta. You know why? It's because they don't want to come out their comfort zone. If they are like, you're gonna send, you see people, they might take a year off for school, and that's fine, and they'll work a job maybe like at like a restaurant, and that's okay. But some people are stuck in that zone, like they don't, because they're happy. Like, I mean, maybe they don't get as much money, but they know that they're always gonna have money. So a lot of people nowadays, they don't want to take the risk of trying something, even though maybe you might lose. Of course you're going to lose. Like, you're going to stand through life. You're going to take so many L's, like, constantly. But so many people nowadays...
First L was being born, let's get this straight.
Look, people nowadays, they don't want to come out the comfort zone. So that's why people might dress like that, because they feel comfortable there, and they don't want to be judged.
But can I also say,
I guess.
yeah, like Malta, it's a very small country. Apart from, there's a lot of similar personalities. There's not, like, say if you go to a bigger country, America per se, there's fucking different groups, friend groups, personalities, ideals. There's loads of things. But on Malta, because it's such a small place, and there's not much
Very similar.
you can do. There's a big similarity with a lot of the people here.
Because you know what, you actually changed my mind on that. You're
but then
right.
that's why, because they haven't.
It's more noticeable. You're right.
Yes, because
you're
they're
right.
more used to it. That's why.
Fair
Because
enough.
they haven't interacted with all these other personalities. And back to what Ashton said, they haven't got their out of their comfort zone and experienced, because they're so comfortable like being with being everyone else, that they don't want to, because they're not used to all these other personalities. They're so used to the
Everyone,
closed
I
group.
believe that everyone is a product of their environment.
Exactly.
I think
Like-
that's one of the best ways to explain anyone's psychology.
course.
And that's what sometimes, like, a lot of people mix my empathy for others as empathy, when in reality I just believe that it makes sense.
Yeah.
They are the way they are. Don't you look at people and you're like, I don't agree with what they do, and you hate them. And I believe that there's a difference between that. Doesn't mean I have empathy for the person for what they did. It means that I understand that person acts the way they are because of the things that have happened to them, because of where they come from. About the comfort thing,
The comfort zone.
I'd ask Simona, because I believe you're someone that, from ever since I met you, you actually love getting out of your comfort zone. But what I see with you a lot is that you get out of your comfort zone and then you want to get out of it again. Like you want to, I constantly, like the way you change your style a lot of time. What do you think that is? Do you think that's like something where it has to do with the comfort zone? Or do you think like it's something where you want to stand out? Do you think it's something where you get bored easily? What do you think it is? Because I have that a lot when it comes to like interests. I get into an interest and then I fuck off and then I get into another one. You have that kind of with like clothes or dress or style.
I think mostly is scaredness. I am scared of committing to something that may not work out in the future. Maybe I like something else, but then I'm so deep into this that I'm like, I can't get out of it
You
anymore.
like being free.
I'd rather be free and change, but then always fall back on my comfort zone. Fall back on the fitted
basics,
clothes,
the
on
basics.
on the white shoes, on the normal
I
things.
think Simona has a really big philosophy that shines through almost everything he does, where it's like he wants to try everything to a degree.
Which is fair enough.
Which is a
would
good
think
thing
you
and
should try
something that
everything
personally,
before
like, I don't have a lot.
But that's the
where
thing.
it's if someone wears a black t-shirt every day and black jeans every day, you're like, that's cool if that's what they like, that's whatever. But I think they learn a lot more if they try to go out their comfort zone and wear something that they
Because then
don't
you would
usually.
you would learn more about fashion. Wait, but can I say? Can I
And
go-
what you like and what you don't
but
like.
can I go back to what I was saying
Yes,
before?
yes,
please?
of course.
I was saying how a lot of Maltese people are very in their own thing. But then I'd say that's another reason why a lot of Maltese people try to be English and act English, wear English like fashion, listen to English music. It's all because there's a lot of English people on this island and they take their inspiration off them. Go to Malta, for example. Bro, like PV, think how many Maltese people there think they're English. A lot of Maltese people want to go to the UK because there's so many British people on the islands
Yeah.
that they've gotten used to it.
It's
They-
like the
but then
influence.
it's also a very bad thing because what I'm going to say is going to sound very controversial.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we love it.
No, but it's already controversial. But like a lot of Maltese people want to go to the UK, but the thing is, the UK is completely different to here,
Yeah, they don't
and
understand.
they're just not used to it because people want to go back. They think it's fun. They're gonna go back. They're gonna be amazing. But the thing is, the UK is a fucking shithole.
It is.
It's really bad.
It is.
That's all every person I've met from the UK has said that
It's a
sentence.
shithole.
okay,
But a
every
lot of
single
Maltese
person.
people think it's fucking amazing. They think it's perfect. But the thing is-
Because it's different.
exactly.
That's- yes.
Exactly. But then a lot of people haven't seen the shit of it. They haven't went to all the rough ends where people are getting fucking stabbed over £5, where there's fucking gangs and drugs.
Most
They
Maltese
haven't seen
people,
the bad
yeah.
side. They've only
Most
seen the
people
good.
that have went to the UK and stuff, it's because they were a tourist and
Exactly.
it was for a weekend and because
exactly.
they had the money.
Yes,
You
and
don't
they
know what
have-
it's like living there,
Yes,
growing up
exactly.
there, going through
They've
the shit.
seen the
Yeah.
good sides. They haven't seen the normal.
Same thing with here. People come
but-
here and they're like, it's beautiful.
but
You
it's
don't
not
understand that
shit.
it's boring
But
and
that's the thing.
there's nothing to
Okay,
do and stuff like
But
that.
realistically, you can say that about any country. I bet
Exactly.
you can
No,
speak to
100%.
anyone from Spain, Italy. It doesn't matter. They will always say the same because they've lived there. But it's
Because we
there's-
want what
but
we
that's-
can't have
but that's
type
the
thing.
That's
That's a
what
part of
is.
it too, yeah.
That's what it is. So like, realistically, Simone could say like Italy, it's shit. Everyone's got problems. So
Another thing that I will say about what Zach mentioned, which I think people should do, but not because I do it sometimes out of fear. The reason is like I said, even the fear of staying too much in my comfort zone makes me scared that I'm not going to be able to get out of it in general. Another thing that teaches me that I found out through like trying new outfits, trying new styles, and going out a lot out of my comfort zone is I understand people more. I understand why they dress certain ways, why they do certain things the way they do, and I personally think that's a really cool way to grow up, to grow your brain with the knowledge of other people's without actually being in their shoe necessarily. And that's why I'm sorry to every Maltese kid, but I need to call you out because you need to stop wearing the same Nike. Wear the Air Force One, wear the Air Force One, the white Air Force One, white socks, black shorts, black t-shirt. Guys, please. And I've seen some of you guys. I'm gonna mention a guy, Kurt Mercia. Kurt Mercia has a great style. I think Kurt has an amazing style for his age. He stays pretty much in his comfort zone. His comfort zone is quite in the, how do you say, in the popular. So the baggy clothes, the baggy shirt. I'm saying, like, you see me sometimes. Recently, I did this. A dressed up shirt. A dress up shirt and cargo pants, completely two different things, and you mash them up. Now, another way you can look at this is the same way I look at fashion a lot like life. The reason is you can mix a lot of things and get a really cool results out of it. You can be what I am currently, which Zach made me click back into my zone. I went through a really rough time of like a few months a month or two of just fucking around with girls, doing shit, texting a bunch of girls and shit like that. And I realized how much I didn't like it. I realized how much I hated it. And I told Zach constantly, and Zach it needed for him to say it once. That's how close we are. He needed to say it once. He said, "You're not this person, because I know that in truly, you are the guy that likes to be in a relationship. You are the guy that likes to be romantic."
I truly believe that, like, I believe that most fuckboys are romantics at heart. The saying romantic, where it's like they actually are more fulfilled in a relationship and being with someone, mainly because I think that's why they're a fuckboy. It's the same thing where I believe most people who are successful are actually insecure. It's out of that insecurity where they become successful. They're successful. You hear it all the time. They're successful because they came from being broke and they looked at successfulness as being what they could do. It's the same thing where it's someone who's heartbroken from a relationship, or someone who it's like filling that void or something like that. That's what I believe that most fuckboys are, where it's a product of actually being a romantic. Because I personally, like, the conversations I've had with Simona, it's like I am like that. I'm a romantic at heart, I think. So that's like, why. That's what I mean.
For example, this is what I'm talking about. It's kind of about comfort zone. I feel like certain people are like in friend groups, all right? And what usually happens is that, like, let's say Simone wants to just all day, he doesn't want to be sober, okay? Most likely, if you're like really good friends with him, most people are just gonna do the same as him. Like, I'm saying, like, Zach would do the same as Simone, because that's what, like, you see.
But then that's also because it's not direct peer pressure, but it is also kind of peer pressure. In a sense. But obviously it's not. But
that's why whoever you hang out with is who you are. It just
There's a difference between peer pressure and influence.
Yes,
no,
but that's the influence. That's influence. But so whoever you hang out with is who you are. And if you have a friend who's like acting up or doing certain things, if you want the one to
you are a product of the people you're around.
The thing.
100%.
You don't have to call them out. I'm not saying call them out on everything, because you guys are different. Okay, but if Simone was doing something, or you were doing something like really fucked up, and he didn't call you out for it, is he really your friend?
No, exactly. Because your friends are the ones that I believe the person you love the most is also the person that can hurt you the most.
Of course.
The person that's hurt you the most. Like, you think of the person who, like, has hurt you the most. Shut up. The person who's hurt you the most. And at the end of the day, it's not because of what they did. you think about the worst thing someone has done to you,
Yep.
and you imagine that your mom did that.
Yep.
How much worse is it?
did.
Because you love this person,
Yeah, of
you've grown up. That's why the hurt is so much worse. You know?
Yeah,
So
of
that's another, and that's why I think that the friend who gives you that "you're a fucking idiot" type thing is because it's out of that love.
And because they know you can do more. That's the whole point.
And you know another
It's the
point.
same thing why like parents like push you so much to go to school. It's a similar thing where it's like they do that out of love. Whether you see it like that or not, it's out of love.
Another point is because they're seeing you from an outpouring perspective.
Yeah.
I think seeing a person from an outpouring perspective actually tells more about the person than the person himself. The reason why I say this is because every time Zach has told me something that is actually meaningful and something that I had to change of myself, it always ended up to be true. And that's why it hurts. And a really important line is because you know why it hurts? It's because you realize that you've been lying to your whole life, or you've been lying to yourself that you're this person that you're not. And then you realize, holy shit, he was right. And that makes you angry. You know why? It's because it's not lies that cut, but it's the sharpness of the truth. You realize how
It's a true thing.
how much
Go on,
you
it's
fucked
like
up.
a quote I know. A relative told me, one word can build a castle while one word can destroy it.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true. You can build up the castle in your own comfort and your own image, but it might not be a good castle. And the second you hear that one word, that can destroy it. And then you could build and refine that castle with that mistake and better. You only learn from your losses. You can never...
Yep.
Yeah, you learn from your losses. You can build a castle. It might have many
A
flaws.
loss is a win in a way.
You can
Just
break it
not
down.
to do
You
it
can
again.
rebuild
You know?
it. It will never be the same. It will be better.
Yeah.
Well, most
I heard
well-
something where it's like there's no such thing as a mistake or as a loss, only like learning. It's not mistakes,
No,
it's
it's not the
learning.
same. It's what was it saying? It's not bad if you lose. It's only bad if you keep losing over the same thing.
But you see, either way, people who go through life with no losses, they have not lived life.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like you could make like a brand or whatever. Even right now, what you're doing, and it doesn't work out. And if you were to stop,
That's a lot.
but because you just stopped because you took one L, you messed up something, and you stopped because of that. That means you're just not really built for it. Because you're gonna stand like if I was to make a brand and maybe something didn't work out, okay, and I fully stop. It's stupid because you can look back on what you did wrong, and you can improve it.
Another thing that kind of reminds me of is like when I think these days you see so much of people saying, "Oh, I'm at the top because I struggled so much." You hear people say like, "Oh, I grew up with a single mom and now I'm like a millionaire," or like my dad, like you hear it all the time. The most successful artists, actors, richest people, they had a tough upbringing.
Yeah.
They had either their parents died, either an alcoholic, abusive father, either fatherless or whatever, things like that type shit. And I think it's true in a way where it builds you up more for success, but it also makes, because a lot of people use it as an excuse. I can never do it because I don't have a dad, or I don't.
Yeah. But that's what them making.
but then I also
I know a lot of
think-
people like that. They would something
Yeah.
will bad happen to them.
Yeah.
And I understand that you'll be upset about something if your dad died or whatever it is.
Because
it
the
doesn't
cards
matter.
you're dealt.
That's all right to be upset about it. But for you, if someone tells you, "Can you do this?" and tell them no, because this happened, you're just making excuses.
Yes,
and
yeah.
people go through their life and they'll constantly do it. Everything bad
and-
happened to them. They'll just sit there and be like, "I can't do this."
But the
because this happened."
perspective that a lot of people forget about and don't talk enough about is the ones that have gotten dealt the good cards. And I think a lot of people don't take advantage of what the fuck they have.
Of course.
Like I see someone who's like in a loving family and their parents are together, and someone who's like dad was there for them all the time, and they don't appreciate it, or they don't think of it as a good thing because you see it. Yeah.
I'm not going to say a name on this topic, of course, but I know someone, okay, who like have their parents around. They're very close. They're very good with them, but they just don't they don't appreciate it.
Yeah.
They're very
The gratitude. for
Yes,
it.
personally, if I was in that situation and I was dealt the cards, I would personally react very much different. I don't live with my parents, so people who I think live with their parents and are very disrespectful and just are really bad. I just personally, I don't like that because
Yeah.
I don't have that.
I don't
No,
get
yeah,
it.
of course.
I don't get
I
it.
don't
Really,
understand
I don't get it.
because you obviously they don't know what I'm not. This is gonna sound bad, but they don't know what I've been through type shit. So they don't know how it feels
Exactly.
to have that taken away.
Yeah.
Say if you have a million. No, that's a shit example. Say your parents got taken away, you would understand it, but the person next to you wouldn't.
No, of
And
course
they
not.
might
Yeah.
treat them like shit because they don't know the aftermath of them not being there. But
Exactly.
then because I know the aftermath, I would personally treat it so much different. And like even me, from what I've been through, I know when I get older and God forsaken I have kids. No, not God forsaken. Hopefully I have kids. I think no, hopefully I have kids.
Hell.
I wouldn't want to do the same mistakes my parents did. I would want to do better.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want to deal them the cards I have. I'd want
That's something that's
Yeah,
my
going
my
back to the
father
previous
my
one.
father always said this saying of like breaking the chain.
Yeah.
So if there's there's always a bad trait in your family, and you should be the one that breaks
Yeah.
it. And my dad used to tell me all the time, I don't want you to look at me and say I want to be like my father. He told me I want you to look at me and say I want to be better than
Yeah.
you. Like
You
in a
should
way,
always
like
look to
where
be
it's like
better.
I want to be like my dad, but I don't want to make the mistakes he did.
Yes, you want to be better. You want to do
Or I
more.
want to look at my mom or parent or father figure or role and say not just that I want to be like them, but I don't want to make the same mistakes as
I
them.
want to do more.
Yeah.
Yo, so basically, right, what I'm thinking, okay, is that we should talk about hoes and
Okay,
pies.
I
Like,
think we should talk about stories. The last
This is
couple
what I'm
of
talking
minutes,
about.
let's get into
I need
stories,
to
bro.
I need to say one thing first that it always comes back to in this episode, which is exactly what Sam said just now. It's you never realize how much you care about something until you lose it.
Yeah, yeah,
Now,
yeah, yeah.
now it always comes back to this. Always when it comes
It's
to
a really important part of
the
life. Podcast.
to
We've
the
mentioned
podcast.
it every
Legit,
single time.
every episode we're gonna mention it. I'm telling you. The reason why I say this that is insane, and I'm so grateful personally to have had this opportunity. I lost someone really, I think, good for my life. Like, I'm gonna mention it. This person that I'm talking about, this person is a girl. I'm not gonna mention her name just because out of her personal privacy, but I thought I lost her, and I thought I was like, well, now our friendship is over, everything is over. I'm never gonna have this opportunity again to have this person. You know why? The reason is because in today's age, all we look at is looks, right?
Yeah.
And with this person, she didn't exceed every tick of my boxes. She wasn't my 10 out of 10, and she knows this. But I knew that this person, I couldn't let it go. The reason is she was so good for me. I know mentally she was good for me, that I could have not let that go. And I was lucky enough to understand, because I lost what I had.
Yep.
And I was lucky enough that she gave me a second chance now.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to waste it to try to gain it back again. And I think that would be amazing for a lot of people, that Ashton and Sam can understand with this a lot. My dad, your guys' dad,
Yeah.
you guys all understand this a lot.
Of course.
It's a deep conversation. Obviously, we don't want to go into all of this, but if we had now all of them, we would all, I personally, I don't even know what I would
You'd
do
be
the world.
different,
I would be
though.
the
What can I
I would
say?
do the world.
My situation is different.
Yeah.
Of course. But obviously, if I was still with my parents, per se, obviously we'd be different. But then the thing is, you learn how you go.
Yeah.
But then I also, you just learn how you go, basically.
But
I'm
look,
sure
look.
it's
I
insane.
honestly, before we end this topic, I
Yeah.
honestly believe that like people who like maybe not have the best upbringing.
Yeah.
It's not their fault. It might not be their parents' fault. If someone died,
Yeah.
it's not because they're being mean to you. It happens, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of this stuff happens. It kind of changes your
Point perspective.
yes, because like
100%.
for example, like
There's
Like,
more.
let's
There's
say
more.
you're-
There's
you're-
more than black and white to
that's the
life.
thing, yeah. And it kind of actually it brings you up, because let's say you have like loving parents, nothing was wrong, but then one of them died. it's not because they were being mean to you. It's just because like it happens, and you start to realize that
Shit
stuff in
happens.
the world. It just happens. I mean, tomorrow I could die. In the next hour I could die. But like that's the thing. Like for me,
But don't you think that's? I know I don't want to assume anything, but I think we're all atheists in this room. I think.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
That's why I don't believe in God.
Don't you think? Don't you think that God is kind of jealous of us?
No.
Would you or if, let's say, and obviously, guys, in our point of view, you have to realize we don't believe in this, but if God did exist, or any gods up there, don't you think they're jealous of us? The reason is they go through their life knowing they don't have to worry about dying the next day because they can't. So in us, the I guess it sounds weird, but the fun part, the exciting part is you don't know what's gonna happen. You know that one day you're gonna die, which means you're gonna, and every moment is cherished more.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
That's why people who want to like live forever.
I
stupid
don't-
because you're gonna live forever and watch every.
But
it's
it's not even about every person dying. It's the fact that you yourself can't die, which makes everything around you less meaningful.
Yes.
Because you know that you can have that anytime, a day,
Of course.
for the rest of your life, and you don't need to worry about it.
It's the same thing as like, you appreciate something more because you know it's gonna end.
Of course.
Exactly.
If someone told you watch a movie and like it never ends, what is like you appreciate you can't like think of something and because then you just go then whatever, I'll just chill out. Most people who say they want to live forever, it is always for like the same two reasons. Usually it's because they're afraid that they're gonna die early and they're afraid that they're not gonna have enough time. They always say that because, well, I want to live longer so I have more time to do things or whatever. That means that, like, then what would you do? You'd waste so much of it because it's less meaningful.
But then
it's more
eventually
meaningful.
you'll want to die.
That's why I believe every artist, like if someone like XXX, for example, or like, who else is there? Like,
Shout out to Stan.
or, it's people like XXX or Basquiat, like the artist, or these people like that.
Rep low peep.
Exactly. I believe that they get like their art, like or Pop Smoke. Perfect example.
yeah.
Their music, their art, their thing blow up, and they get more popular, and their art goes for 10 million more. Like Basquiat, same thing. He was broke his whole life. The minute he died, his paintings went for millions, hundreds of millions, because he died young.
Legacy.
And I think that makes it more valuable because now he can't make as much art. There's less of it.
Legacy.
It's limited.
Exactly.
Legacy.
Exactly.
Yeah, but really, does legacy mean anything? Because look, I feel like people who actually believe like in legacy understand it, but realistically, maybe you have an exception about like I don't know.
I mean,
Some
listen.
famous like I don't know Socrates or some shit like that. But you're gonna stand like for you. Let's say you, Simona, you became famous
Yeah,
for like I don't know.
I am.
It doesn't
I
matter.
am going to become famous.
Yeah. No, look. So it's like that, right? Realistically, in 100 years, maybe more, no one's gonna know you unless you were doing something like crazy.
I don't care, and this is something that I've realized really recently because I watched this movie with Zach, and this will sound really weird to other people, but I genuinely, now that I think about it, the money would be nice, but I'd rather be mentioned in books in millions of years.
But there's
like
a difference
Achilles,
between
like Troy, like a lot of people.
I think there's a difference between like legacy and being remembered.
Yeah,
I want to be remembered as one of the greatest.
Because I'm like and I think there's also
what?
a
I don't
difference
know,
between
but-
like how long and how much people know about you. Like personally, fame is something I'm really afraid of.
but
and I
the
don't.
thing is, fame is not good because you can't live like your lifestyle is completely different. Like you look at famous people, and they have kids. They can't take them anywhere.
That's
because
my
they will
point.
just
That's
get
my point.
bombarded,
Privacy
like,
it dies
all the
when you're
time.
famous.
Have you ever seen Troy?
That's one
You got
reason why
shot
I
with
would
an arrow.
despise to be famous. Because
Yes.
say right now, say us, fuck, we can go to like the square, we can sit there, we're fine.
Yeah.
But say if you're famous and we go, everyone will recognize you. You always
That's
have
like
like a bit of a,
that's what I mean. When you reach those heights of like having people remember you for years, you have to sacrifice so fucking much.
Of course.
And I don't. My biggest thing is that the people I've met, I've had a big impact on them in one way or another, even if it's in a bad way. Honestly, I know that sounds retarded, but if someone thinks of me as a bad person, but it taught them a lesson, that's something I'm proud of. For example, if I don't know, got pissed at someone, or I don't know, I got into a fight with someone, like in a way where argument, right? And they don't agree with me, but I made them think. They disagree completely with what I think, but I made them realize something about themselves. I that's what I value a lot personally.
Yeah, of course.
It's not that I'm right. It's not that about getting my opinion across. It's about them changing or thinking outside of what they already do. Like so they question themselves. That's what I think. It's the questioning their philosophy. That's what I value a lot.
You know who I think is gonna be the Achilles of today? Oh, no joke. Elon Musk, bro. That
Elon
guy's
Musk.
gonna. That
Yeah,
guy,
because
Musk
he's
will
doing stuff
forever-
revolutionary. Like,
that
I mean,
guy will go down in books.
Of course.
In
course he will.
books.
But he's literally like a
he-
fucking
he
genius. It's not
is-
even.
He's putting so much cum in so many people.
Reproducing.
maybe he's got some incubator babies like Sam over there. You know, what I mean?
Chicken incubator.
Yeah, my
babies.
boys.
Look.
Okay, look,
Wait, don't
guys.
disrespect.
Stop. Everyone. Now, I want to do something because we want to do this really quick. Each one of us picks out one story in their brain and says it throughout, okay?
Pick a good one,
Everyone picks out their best story of whatever. It could be anything.
Let's
Relationship.
try to go for like another 10,
parties.
15 minutes.
Okay,
Anything like that?
Does this have to be like a specific topic or anyone?
Yeah.
I
Anything you
just said.
want.
I just said.
crazy story.
Honestly, I might just do rags to riches.
Oh, we don't.
But I can't.
No,
like,
no,
I am royalty.
I'm not gonna criminate myself. So
There
are
bro,
certain
actually,
things
that's
I
a
can't.
I
Maybe say-
can't explain rags to riches. Okay.
But like, you know what I mean? We can start. Who you want to start?
no.
Simone-
Zach, you start first. Zach, start first.
barely-
Zach can
Zach's
start.
being too
But
quiet.
my life is the most. My story is once I was in Gozo and
you're in
I
Gozo.
lived here. Like, bro, I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah, but you've never like gone like I don't know, maybe to Grotto, even though it's not much. And you just see some crazy
I prefer
shit.
not to start because I don't have anything.
Wait, let me think.
I don't have specifically like a story. The stories that I tell the most or I'm most interested in about like myself or even other people is the stories where it's like they change their mind after.
Yeah.
And
I
I don't
mean-
mean it as like, oh, it's serious or whatever, but that's why I'm really into like psychedelics and I want to try them so badly.
I actually have something about that.
Have you?
But like the
get
thing
into
is,
that,
I the thing is, I've got so much like conversation that like one podcast is not enough for me.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
for
yeah,
real,
yeah.
like I
We'll
can
have
talk
you on
about
again
so
just to
much
talk
stuff.
about, yeah.
Okay, so
It can be solo, but look, I mean,
you
Okay,
could
I've
give
had a
one
lot of,
about,
like,
Ashton,
drunk-
one with the vapor.
Ashton,
I
you
mean,
can go
I have a
first.
lot of drunk stories.
Yeah.
I
Go,
mean,
go.
Get into one of them.
One of them.
Okay,
And one that taught
So-
you a lesson or something, where
Yeah.
you were like, fuck, or like anything.
I mean, oh God, I've done a lot of dumb shit in my life. Probably stuff like I shouldn't have done, but like it was fun to think back at the time of doing it. I mean, I remember going.
You don't regret it.
Yeah, I remember like going to like, for example, it was more like last summer, going to MJAR and stuff.
Oh shit.
And what we used to do is that we used to obviously drink or smoke, whatever, right? And like every weekend, like fucked up. Like it doesn't matter, even if we're not MJAR, anywhere. And we used to think it was a good idea to go like drive cars. Right? So what would have happened is that like I've got like a lot of stories of just like usually it was one driver, the same one, but he was like fucked up. And there was one time I remember I was in MJAR and we went back to like mine, but we came back down with a car. But while we were waiting, this one person who's a designated driver got really fucked up, like drunk like a whole bottle of tequila. So he was like, yeah, and he was only drinking before, and he was only fucked up. And I remember just like driving down, bro. Like he was just, he was driving crazy. And I remember we went down to MJAR. We had Simone, in the back of the truck, and then we had me, and we had some other people that I'm not gonna name, but we had some other people in there. And bro, like, fuck, the amount of times I would look back and I just see him in the back. Yes, I would see him in the back bouncing, bro, hitting the roads. And we're all just fucked up. Like, I even have other stories of him, like, this one person, we used to do this thing called vaporizer. And when you use it, it's for weed, right? And when you use it, you get really fucked up. And I remember we were just driving normally, and at one time, he just kind of falls asleep, bro. Like, he's on the driving wheel, but he falls asleep and he doesn't realize, but he's like on autopilot. And I remember, like, the person next to him had to just wake him up because he's just there, like.
Who?
Liam had to wake him up. I'm not gonna say the person, but like,
okay.
and
I mean, no, this while he was driving, he fell asleep.
yes. And
I don't know if you meant like Simone fell asleep.
No. But like that one with Simone, we had like 7 people in the car.
I remember vividly. So we're obviously, I'm just gonna add on to a little bit that was freaking hilarious. We were going about 120.
Faster, bro. I saw it.
Okay, 150. Let's say 150 in a truck. Okay, we were going. I don't know if anyone knows this. The road that goes from Ala to Victoria, passing by the road of Mjar. Yeah. We were going on that road, and the guy who was driving doesn't notice a speed bump.
Yes, I know what you're talking
telling
about.
you,
He jumps up.
the truck lifted off the ground.
I know what he's talking about. I'm in the car, bro. I remember I was just like, I'm like, oh shit, someone is gonna fall out or something, bro. We hit the bump. I didn't even see it coming. It's like, you don't, because obviously me in the back, I don't see it coming. I'm not really looking exactly on the road, and I just remember a bump, and we land, bro, and we start moving a bit, and I'm like, shit, bro. I look back into Money, he's in the back chilling with his arms out. I'm like, how is this guy not even dead or falling out the truck yet? I'm fucking
what happened is, because the truck was in the air, the guy who was controlling the truck couldn't like obviously move the truck in the air, and the truck was going to face towards a wall.
Yes.
And the guy managed to swerve before we hit the wall, and then we were like,
imagine what would happen to you if it hit the wall, bro. You would have been dead.
Yeah, bro.
this one.
Bro, the amount of stuff like I've done, like, I mean, like, seriously, I just, cause like the thing is with me, I'm like, I'm literally down to do whatever. Like, realistically, I'm down to if I die, whatever. I don't care about dying. That's the thing. I don't want to die, but I don't care about if I did die. And it's one of the things that, like the amount of times, like, stupid shit I've done, it's just fun. Like, I could have a whole ass conversation about all this
Sam,
shit
what about
I've
your
done.
story?
Fuck the rest. The original story is how I smashed someone's turf with a wooden club.
Okay. What?
That's boring. Like, you know, a wooden golf club.
Yeah.
I smashed someone's turf. It's a fucking shit story. I was gonna say how. Can I say how we had to push a car? Okay, so basically, it was me, Ashton.
Different time, by the way.
Different
There
time.
was many
different
times,
There was
but
a
this
real
was a different time.
designated driver and someone else. Okay, and we got a car. Okay. Fuck, bro. We pushed this car to its limits, bro. I swear down. And we drove it, and you know the Mjar Hill.
Yeah.
Mjar, you know, across the road from Sixth Form, this road. The car broke down there.
Yeah.
M-Class.
So,
And bro, we're there like, fuck. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And so we're like, fuck. The only thing we can do is start pushing her up the hill. Bro, we pushed it. You know where the Diriano is?
it was further a bit.
Yeah, was it, you know, more up that hill. We were like there by basically the top of that
Yeah.
on a hill from MCAST. And we push her up there, and on the way we've seen a few people that like we can't help, like people we know, and that we're fucking pushing. I'm not gonna say her name, but there was some person, and bro, she was fucking useless. I swear to God, bro,
she was
useless.
trying to
Bro,
drive
she
the
was,
car.
bro, she
Nah.
was like trying to like steer, and she was just sitting in the back while we were pushing, being fucking useless. But that's
Oh my god, someone showed me a video of
No, yeah.
Bro, I
know,
saw
I
it.
can
Oh
show
my
this
God,
off.
I know what this
And we
is.
were pushing. We got to the top of the hill, and some like car stops behind us, and we're like, "Fuck, bro!" We're like, "Shit."
Bro, thing is, you might be talking about another time.
Someone
There was
showed
another
me
time-
Sam
Wait,
jumping
yes,
on a
wait,
car.
wait,
Someone,
wait,
someone
wait,
no, the door opened.
Yes,
And I
yes,
think
yes,
Paris.
yes.
Paris was in it.
Yes, this is another time. This
This
time
one's
is
funny.
annoying because what happened, right, is that we went back down to Mjar, right? And we went down to Mjar, and the thing is, another one broke down, okay? And what happened is that we couldn't stop the car. Like, we had to keep going because if it was stopped, we would have been fucked, for sure.
Yeah. That's what it
So
was.
I got out the car to push, right? And the thing is, we had a pact at the back, right? Me and someone else, me and someone else, everyone's fucked up in the back. I'm the only one who's like kind of sober. And like, we have another one, Liam, who was kind of sober, okay? And he's in the front with him.
Yeah.
And I'm in the back. So we're pushing the car, and it starts going again. So Liam jumps into the window. Cool. Everyone in the back decides to be little bitches. They didn't even open the door.
Yep.
So I had to walk from fucking Iron Sealam all the way up to the helipad. And then we had to push it again to get it to start. But like, bro, they could have opened the door, but we had fucking Sam in the back, fucked out his head. We had these two girls in the back, fucked out their head. Couldn't do anything. I'm like, bro, I really had to walk up. It was just like, fuck, man. But it was fun. Like, it's fun to look back at. You know what I mean? In a moment, it's a bit like, you're a bit stressed out.
Those are the best stories.
Happened, but it's
where
fun.
in the moment, you're like, and then
Like
afterwards.
a peaceful story, how I smashed one in the fucking turf of a golf club.
What did you do?
Yeah,
and why?
basically 8 fucking years ago. I was just playing golf. And like, you know when you like you have to like do it back for the swing. Do
it back for the swing.
Like you have to lift it up for the for the swing, innit? And I do a noise behind me, and there's like the thick old wooden golf clubs, and I fucking whack him in the mouth, and like he chipped his tooth, and it was all like bleeding and shit. Bro, I'm like 7, 8. It's fucking hilarious.
That is the funny.
But like a thing I used to do in Wales as a kid is I used to like go to cars. And I used to like, you know, like the gas thing, like the thing was keeping
yes.
Like, you go to cars. It's every. Like,
I know this. We used to do this.
Yeah, and you just go to the cars and like, you know, like where the ears and the wheels is the thing, like the.
Oh my God.
So you used to just take. Yeah, but you used to just take all of them. You used to collect them, bro. Yeah, bro, deadass. And I did it once. So the car across the road, and they knew like it was kids on the road, and they were knocking on the door asking if it was me, and obviously they were like pissed, innit?
Yeah.
I didn't admit it was me, but like it fucking was. And bro, I actually did. I have stories like where when I used to live in Wales, I was very young, and I used to hang out with like older people, like in their like 16s, 17s, and I went to Ely River. It's a river, pretty straightforward. And to get in, there's a gate, like a fucking high gate with like barbed wire. You can't climb over it. It's just a gate, and basically it got closed. So bro, I had to walk with this guy. Because everyone else climbed up, but obviously I couldn't because I'm like 9. So, bro, we fucking walked for like an hour to get to this main road. Yeah. And where it is, like, it's on a fucking, like, a slurve. And, bro, anyone could have seen me there. Anyone. But you know who fucking sees me and picks me up? My next door fucking neighbor. Of all people, bro, my next door neighbor comes and picks me up. And obviously, I'm a kid. I don't know what I've just done wrong. Bro, I get home, I'm fucked. This is years ago. I don't really care. But, like, I'm like, fuck. Yeah.
I think Ashton mentioned my biggest, I guess, like fuck up, I guess, of my life. He mentioned something called a vaporizer.
Yes.
Now,
let's talk about this.
So
First trip.
So it was.
He called me the next day. It was the funniest description.
I had vaporizer.
Yep.
And it was basically the first time I ever took a vaporizer, and it was me, Ashton, and some other people, rather not mention their names, just for themselves. So technically you're supposed to take one hit of vaporizer.
Yeah.
Usually.
Kinda, I mean, yeah.
It's better if you take one hit, especially when it's the first time.
Yep.
And I took, I think, the third hit, which is usually like not the strongest, but not the lightest either.
Yes.
And then they packed it again, and I took the strongest hit, which is the second one.
Yes, the second one. Yep.
So I took necessarily how you're supposed to do it is in exhale or the air out of your lungs and breathe in for 10 seconds. I couldn't even finish the 10 seconds. I finished till like 7 max, or maybe even 5. I got that. I go like, "No, guys, I'm fine." Ashton looks at me, goes like, "Are you good?" After 3 seconds, not even kidding, I'm like, "I need to lay down."
Bro.
I lay down, cross my arms. I swear to God, I start staring up to the sky. At a certain point, I see every light start blinking.
Fork.
Light, like they start brightening up. Everything starts brightening up. Every person's voice starts echoing, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" Right? And I'm like, "Fucking hell, I'm going nuts." And then I have this girl telling me, "Sit up. It's better for you."
Didn't you stay there the whole fucking?
I stayed there. I'm telling you for I don't know. I was so
Did
fucked.
you get the bus up as well?
I was so fucked. I go like, "Oh, I'm just gonna lay down." And they were these people, my friends and Ashton. They were sitting on benches near me pretty much, but they left me there. I crossed, bro. I'm telling you, when I saw shit, I saw shit, bro. I could write a book about, like, bro. I saw like a head with forks around it, and it was like spinning. bro, I was like fucking.
Oh.
And I was like, dude, I was like going insane. I looked at this clouds. I'm like, there's a dragon? Like, bro, I was like nuts. I was gone. I was gone.
Amazing if you ask.
And bro, I never fought that because I didn't know you could get, vision, things from weed. But if you take enough of it, you can.
I feel like honestly sometimes like.
But also, this
Kinda
was
like-
like early on.
Yeah, yeah.
But either way, I feel like drugs or weed, maybe psychedelics. I honestly think if you properly use.
They're supposed
it
to.
might not make you smarter. Like, I mean, you won't look at maths and be like, I'm fucking smart. It'll make you look differently. I'm
Yeah,
honestly,
perspective. It
but I feel like
changes.
if you do it too much, obviously that's
but
when you don't.
bro,
That's enough.
exceeds,
But
yeah.
The
there's a
amount,
certain,
like, bro, I saw, like, I remember there was like this image of like, I don't know if you ever saw like those cards of like the church where there's God.
Yeah,
right in front of. I saw millions of them coming towards me. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I wake up. And I'm like, I can't fucking walk. I'm seeing everything blurry. Everything's moving. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I start walking towards like this girl that was making out with this guy. Obviously, I knew the girl. I go like, and she goes like, oh, you're awake. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. So I'm like, I'm gonna go sit over there. I go sit in the other bench, and then this fit ass girl, and I know who she is as well, and Ashton knows who she is. She comes over. I'm like, she's like, "Are you good?" I'm like, "I'm fucked."
he just wanted a niash, right?
I wanted that, yes. But then the girl on the other bench that was making out with the guy, she goes like, I'm gonna call the taxi. I go like, okay, call the taxi. And they all hop in. I go like, okay, bye. And I shut the door behind them. The car leaves. 3 minutes later, I get a call from the same person and goes like, where the fuck are you? Why are you not in the car? I'm like, I'm an MJR.
I remember this. Yeah, he stayed there and got the bus.
And then I got the bus in the morning, and I remember this vividly. I put the card on the thing. I get in. Three steps, I fall down on the floor. The bus driver looks at me, goes like, "Are you good?" I'm like, "Yeah, definitely."
Is that a nice night out?
I go home. I took, no joking, I took 10 minutes to put the key in the door.
Bro, you know when you like come home from a night out and you're just there like trying to open a door, but you just can't, bro.
All right. Next day, I called Zach. I said, I can write a book, bro. I saw so much shit. Like some of the shit, bro, I can't even remember, bro. My brain was fried after that. I felt like I lost 50 brain cells.
Just before we end it, because we're almost at 2 hours.
Yeah.
Great fucking podcast. I just want to say that thing with the key door happens every fucking time.
For real.
Once my short story. All right, this is the one I was gonna bring up. It's not even about me. Once my dad drove Gary. All right, shout out to Gary. To home because he was piss drunk, and my dad drives him around. He goes, "Oh, this house," and then he goes to put it in the key. And my dad is looking outside the window from the car and sees Gary legit take 5 minutes to put it in. And my dad starts telling him, "Is this your house? Are you sure?" They're trying to like, yeah. It's just not working. He's so drunk.
The key's not working, mate.
Anyways, guys,
That's
Thank you for having
everything,
us.
man.
I wanted to say, amazing podcast.
Great
really free, freaking
Glad to have two
amazing
this time.
jokes.
Great fucking friendship. Respect to both of you. Let's go.
Head it up. We're gonna have you for a second episode
For sure.
Yeah,
like, later on.
You guys definitely gonna make a comeback.
Yeah,
Of course. I gotta have
I got a bunch.
Ashton and Sam by
Yeah,
themselves
yeah.
for sure.
But,
Future episodes to come.
Thank you very much for everyone for listening.
Keep
viewing,
listening.
And
We
subscribing.
might put some things out about the schedule because it's really complicated right now. But just stay tuned. Follow us on Instagram. We're gonna upload these episodes on Spotify again because there was an issue where we couldn't upload the last episode.
But we fixed it. Don't worry,
But
guys.
we're gonna do it. And keep listening. Subscribe. Stay
Subscribe,
tuned, guys.
smash the like button, guys. And thank you very much for listening to the #1 podcast in Malta. And there we go.
Tina Belsa.
Bless up,
And-
guys. Bless up.
Thank you, guys, and peace out.